Alright, I think we are live. I never quite know, it always takes like about 10 seconds for YouTube to catch up. And I'm never quite sure where it actually starts us. So hopefully it more or less starts actually capturing as soon as I hit the go live button. Otherwise I just wait for like 15 seconds and we just get rolling. But one way or another, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to some more Wall World. I hope the tentacle bug got fixed. It started at about 10 seconds. Gotcha. I will keep that in mind. Hopefully it doesn't matter. I don't think most people have cared so far. But yeah, good afternoon everybody. Or evening, or morning for the few people that would be watching this in the morning. I don't know. It's a great day for me. Nice and rainy. Well, kind of great day for me. It's weird. It's like, it's nice and rainy. Oops, that's the wrong button. It's nice and rainy, but it's also really warm. Like, yesterday was 40 something, I think. Today's 50. Or no, sorry, today's 80. And tomorrow's gonna be 50. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. And unfortunately, big weather swings like that are pretty much instant migraines for me. I've managed to fight off most of it, but I'm still kind of slow. But this game is honestly in a good, this game's a good experience for me when I'm feeling kind of slow. There's some games I would never want to touch with a migraine, like ever. I really hate that I start 30 seconds into a stream, YouTube's like, hey, now's a good time to put an ad in. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't know. Ads on live streams kind of a hard sell for me. I'm sure some people get away with it and can make it work, and like if I could take a bathroom break, I'm gonna do it. But I'm not gonna be rolling ads on a stream while I'm in the middle of it. I mean, I guess people could easily just catch back up again or something like that, but still feel stinky. Hello, tech. What do we get? Machine gun fire rate. Oh, that's interesting. Just finished watching your 4-hour VOD of you trying to beat Wall World, so you're back at it again. Yeah, I mean, came out today, so I figured I might as well. Ooh. Probably kind of the best possible spawn we could have had. There we go. That missile just took him out for me. Sick. It's a good spawn. Let's grab all of these. I'm gonna see if I can get that, the digging efficiency. I mean, that's pretty much always my first upgrade that I go for. Hopefully one of these caves is actually going to have another one of those chips. Those little passive upgrades are incredibly good. And I wish there were more of them. Also kind of wish you got the choice between two, like a combat upgrade and a mining upgrade or something like that. Because I think that would make my life, much easier. I don't really need a whole lot of the combat upgrades early on. Later, yes. Early, no. I almost kind of wish they'd actually done it so that you get a perk after every wave. Maybe, maybe not. The best part is when you get linked to a stream, hey, there's something cool happening right now, but you got to sit through a 15 second ad to a mobbage. Yup. I remember once, well, once? I don't know, it's kind of what killed me watching Twitch back in the day. Back in the day? Recently. I don't watch Twitch anymore, I guess is the answer. Like, I used to tune into my friend's streams. Turret Replicator. Hey, that's a good one. But now it's just less and less nice? Like, whenever I'd watch a stream, I'd want to, like, kind of tune in and watch. But now I have to wait through, like, a 2 to 3 minute ad segment. And it's just like, no, thank you. I just have no interest in that anymore. I don't know. I feel like there's no good answer. Well, no, there is a good answer for it. Twitch just needs to not be greedy and stop pushing for more ways to monetize in ways that are antithetical to the viewing experience. But unfortunately, to do that, you'd effectively need a lot more interesting services that people would be willing to pay for so that they can middleman with that. And that's kind of stinky in its own right, so I don't even know. And Bezos wants his money, man. Yeah, that's the reality. I'm terrified of what YouTube's gonna cook up over the next couple of years. But at least its current state works better for me. I know the new person that's being brought on might or might not actually be particularly great on his own. This is one of the deep caves, ain't it? So you could just install an ad blocker. I do have an ad blocker. I'm just not interested in the arms race, and also it's one of those that for certain sites, yes, Shell. The problem with ad blockers, and the reason why I don't like using them on most sites, is because that's how content creators make their money. Like, straight up, if it wasn't for ads, I actually would not be able to do what I do. So, like, there very much is a reason... Oh, cripes. There is a reason to have ads on content and videos, and, like, truly, if I could rely entirely on membership services and stuff like that, it would actually be, better for me overall. Like, if everybody was subbed to YouTube Red, it would make my life super nice. Did we get everything from this cave? Yes, we did. I had that, like, brief moment where I could not recall if I had gone to the depths of it or not. The YouTube streams are a problem for me, because I like streams on the phone in the evening, and YouTube doesn't let you use picture-in-picture without a frankly extortionate monthly sub. Huh. I mean, I guess I pay for that, but kind of depends on what your definition of extortionate is. I pay for it because it's effectively no different from a Spotify subscription, and I get to use YouTube Music. I must have gone crazy, but I swear I heard knocking from the other side, not from outside the door, the other side. Oh, it's the same dialogue again. Yeah, my family shares a subscription to YouTube Premium. Yep. Reminds me I need to send an invite off to my sister-in-law so that she can get access to mine. I also sent one off to Shell, but she's never redeemed it. So, like, she'll be like, hey, watch this YouTube video, and then an ad starts playing, and I, like, turn to look at her and be like, I've been paying for this for, like, 4 years, and she still has not bothered. Like 5 or 6 people. It's like a whole family unit. Wow, that mining efficiency. I think they actually retooled this a little bit. This feels faster. I don't know if there was a day 1 patch for this game, but it certainly feels better. But you can share this subscription? Or do you have to share an account? You share the subscription, you effectively invite somebody to your family unit, and as part of it, you share the benefits. It's like a little bit more expensive, but you can split it across like 4 or 5 people. And so it very much quickly becomes actually worthwhile. There we go. And the one unfortunate part is, oh, we got to get out of here. Yeah, it also supports creators a ton more than ads. I think it depends a little bit. I think I actually do make more from ads now, but not too much. Oh, it's the bomb. Mainly because inflation rendered the subscription slightly less valuable. Whereas, the ad rates scale better, kind of. My family has that. We share all the same subscription, including my 2 accounts. Yeah. But yeah, they definitely shouldn't have picture-in-picture as part of that. It should, I mean, honestly, I would say it should mostly just be ads and some other things. So is YouTube Red still evenly split among creators, or do they start giving a larger cut to the people you watch? I believe it's very much split between the people you watch. So if you watch exclusively my videos during a given month, I believe I get the entire cut. But I'd have to look into that and probably talk to my manager and see what what numbers he would give, because he probably has the actual information. I'm not sure if he'd be able to share it with me, because sometimes YouTube's kind of weirdly ghoulish about, like, no, we can't show the secrets behind the thing. If people know that if the Wizard of Oz is fake, then everyone will leave, and it's like, to where? Kick? I don't know if people actually like that platform, but considering the fact that their poster child is kind of just the worst person, I have no interest in that platform. I'll go to Mixer. You know, I honestly was actually really disappointed. I was really disappointed that Mixer shut down. I don't think I was ever going to use Mixer. But on the flip side, the fact that Microsoft was actually gaining some ground and then just gave up was just kind of pathetic. Here we go. Wow, this is so much chiller. Between the lightning and the shield generator, I pretty much don't have to worry about anything. I still don't think we're going to be beating Tentacles. Oh. Keep letting go of the wall, but it's fine. I'm annoyed. Mixer shutdown is an actually good product and competitor. Yup. Me too. And, like, I also knew a number of people that were on Mixer that thought it was a really nice platform, and were kind of disappointed that Microsoft just pulled the plug for what felt like kind of random reasons. Is the laser thingy working nicely now? We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, I think the main problem is a lot of the big tech giants do something, but they don't feel like committing to it. So they'll go until it's clear that it's not going to... It's starting to drag down their quarterly profits, and investors are no longer investing in them because of the thing that they're, you know, pushing for whatever reason. At which point they'll just bail out because it's no longer worth it. So what's a good example? I mean, Facebook and the metaverse, and how they're, I think, just shutting that whole thing down. They might still be doing some level of nominal effort towards it, but... let's see. Hey, drone system is real good. Stadia. Yeah, that's another one. It was really interesting. I was a Stadia partner for a month. Not because I did anything, but because you could tell. You very much could tell that they sent all of this stuff out. They tried to get me on board to do, like, events and some other things and send me games, but, like, they weren't good games. They were, like, weird party games, and I'm like, I'm not a weird party game channel, like... And so they sent me a lot of stuff trying to kind of fellow kids their way into my heart, which, like, that doesn't really work. Excuse me. How dare you hit my ship? You hit my ship, you get the zap. None of that, you. There we go. Nice and easy. Okay, do we have anything else? I could go for the bigger beam range, but I don't think I care. So let's just upgrade my gun for the time being. I don't think they changed any of this other stuff. Oh, you know what I should also do, seeing as we're here? Not the bomb, the drone system. We want to grab every one of these upgrades. That drone system is super nice, especially for the first couple seconds of a wave while I'm being slow about getting back. I'll just leave that there. Facebook's metaverse got Carmack to rage quit his CTO position at Oculus. I can't really blame him. I'm honestly surprised he stayed for so long. Wanda, do you play realish horror games? Nope. The stake thrower. Hey. The horror games I play are pretty much exclusively Dead Space and Resident Evil. Shell plays horror games. She plays a lot of horror games, though she doesn't play the ones where you actually have to do anything. She plays the ones where it's choice-based. So she's actually writing a video essay on that as we speak. Or maybe she got distracted, I'm not entirely sure. But so she's been going through a lot of the Dark Pictures anthology lately. And pretty much everything by Supermassive. So Doki Doki Literature Club? Maybe. I don't think she could get into that one just because I think it's a little too anime. But we did start playing Cooking Companions, and she got, like, she was pretty into that for a bit until I was like, oh, this is a little too close to home and also a little too dark, I think, for the stream I want to be putting on at the moment. And yeah, it was also set in Ukraine, and it was just a little too, yeah, I don't know if I want to air this. So I didn't. Oh. I got out just at the right time. I guess let's turn on the zappy zaps. Yeah, the... Oh gosh. Speaking of tech competitors, though, the one I'm really looking forward to... Whoa, that rotation speed is way faster. Yeah, there definitely was some kind of day one patch here that's fixed a lot of my grumps. Because, boy, this gun rotation speed was not nearly as fast. What was I going to say? Right. I'm really looking at Twitter competitors. Like, that's been my thing that I've been kind of jonesing for lately. Like, streaming surfaces, whatever. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of need for an alternative for a little while. I wish Mixer hadn't shut down, and if Microsoft is like, actually, our bad, we'll, like, reinstate Mixer, that would be really cool. And honestly, I don't think they required or forced people to be exclusive, or maybe they did, but only if you, like, paid in, or if they were paying you. Because, yeah, especially if I'm doing these YouTube streams, I consider doing Mixer as well simultaneously. The only reason why I'm not streaming Twitch at the moment is purely just because I'm not allowed to. I guess it could end my partnership, but I feel like that would upset some people. Maybe? I don't know. Plus, that's extra stuff that I have to manage. And Mastodon's the only one I know of. Are there others? There have been a couple. Shoot. I know there was Blue Sky, but I'm not looking forward to that one. The one that I saw recently that I thought was actually kind of neat was Substack is potentially coming up with its own pseudo-Twitter competitor. And that looks kind of charming, because so far I've liked Substack a fair bit. I know a lot of people that write their own Substack newsletters, and so it's kind of one of those where it's like, I could see that actually being kind of a neat way of handling things. You know, one part blog, one part like blogger situation, one part let's see, one part Twitter competitor, and you can kind of cross-pollinate between both of those. I could see that actually working really well. So instead of having like a twit longer for the more important parts, you just have a Substack post that's slightly separated out. I don't know if it's actually going to work that way, but I thought that looked kind of neat. The biggest feature you need to replace Twitter is content moderation, which is why no competitor is viable at the moment. Mastodon kind of has that. Mastodon is losing users now? No, it's been... as far as I know, it's been gaining users. The reason why Mastodon kind of works with the whole moderation thing is purely just the fact that every instance just has its own, like, owner, and effectively they can set their own mod team. And so the ones I've been on have been pretty nice. Also, I cleared this first region way too fast. I was hoping I could get some more stuff. I know a couple of people on co-host, but I'm not quite sure if I would be interested in making the switch to co-host. Because it almost just feels like Tumblr, but with less not safe for work stuff. Which is, I mean, actually a plus for me. But I don't know if that would ever actually push mass adoption of any kind one way or another. Problem with Mastodon is whoever owns the server can see everything, has no privacy. I mean, that's kind of the same thing with any service. The main reason why it doesn't feel as bad with like Twitter and stuff is because the lack of privacy is pure corporate. Whereas something like Mastodon, the person running the instance might not really have much skin in the game. And so they could actually abuse that in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. It's been kind of interesting watching that go, just purely on a personal level, but also a like curiosity level. Because I use Twitter for work, but I hate Twitter, and so I'm earnestly hoping that we get some kind of proper successor, just to let me swap over and actually start establishing myself on it. Because I really, oh gosh, that stupid Doge thing, even from just a couple days ago, is just weird and uncomfortable. And the fact that it's still there whenever I load the app up is just kind of like, why? Why would you do this? Let's see. Really think moderators would do that? Go on a power trip on their community board? You know, honestly, I'm kind of used to that. I grew up on old internet forums and IRCs and stuff, and like, the nice part about that was if somebody started power tripping, you either trolled them into oblivion, or you just bailed and found somewhere new to go. One of the problems with social media is that we're kind of forced to be there professionally now. You know, back prior to smartphones, very few people were online professionally. You know, my job straight up did not exist until YouTube made it possible. There were a couple other video sharing sites, but there really weren't that many. Wow, this digging speed is upsettingly fast. I love it. Let's see. But so, you know, back in the forum days of the internet and IRC and stuff, if somebody was a trash bag, you just made your own competing service and more or less just beat them out of it. There were only a couple of legacy forums that were kind of hard to get rid of. And yeah, artists are pretty much forced to be on Twitter at the moment because that's where the biggest audience is, and that's therefore one of the only ways that they can actually get eyeballs onto their product, which is one of the only ways that a lot of artists can even make a living. If you could call it that. They're critically underpaid and extremely poorly treated, but that's a separate video. I think I might, I don't know. I'd like to get back to my interviews at some point. I think it'd be really interesting to talk to a lot of different artists. There are not safe for work artists. I would never ever expect artists to have to do a specific style or type of content just to be able to stay financially solvent. That's really rough. Because some people just don't want to do that stuff. Like, frankly, I would rather quit being an artist than have to draw that just to, you know, pay rent. I'd rather go do something else. Other people, I don't think will have those same problems, but like from my perspective, that's not why I got into doing art, nor what I would ever enjoy. Yeah, I don't blame artists for doing that. Oh wait, what? We're here already? Oh shoot. Okay, hold up. I have a solution. Okay, so we're gonna get smacked here, but I'm gonna build the turret replicator. There goes my shields. But we've got a turret now. Actually, speaking of, let's see, can't get anything else, but let's go to the turret replicator and get the extra fire rate upgrades. Because I can afford pretty much all the combat upgrades here. Okay, let's see if the tentacle actually can hit. Hey, the tentacle doesn't hit me anymore. They fixed it. This boss fight has gone from absolute hell to, kind of easy? Okay, I'm gonna do the wild thing. I'm actually gonna drill into this one. Oh, no, never mind, it's gone. Wait, there's a dude... Oh, it's Co-Carnage. I was like, wait, there's a dude still alive? And the answer is, oh yeah, of course there would be. Hi, I'm Ben. Hi, I'm Ben 2. Ben 2. That's a strange name. Are you foreign? Of course. I'm apparently in this, by the way. Like, if you play this game, there's a very real possibility you will find me in the exact same manner. That's the wrong one. Find myself. If I can. Remind me, by the way, for people in chat, when I find my, myself, remind me to take a screenshot of it, just because. Art should never be financially motivated. Nope, that's bullshit. Art should be motivated by a wild number of things. By saying art should not be financially motivated, that immediately makes it something that is only accessible to the ultra-wealthy, or people that somehow have a support system that can mitigate the loss, and that effectively, in this society, only means the ultra-wealthy, or, you know, housewives that have nothing better to do, which maybe is a little bit... Yeah, that's a little dismissive. I shouldn't say that. Kept people. And we really don't want society to largely rely on a small subset of people to create art and reject anybody else. Yes, anybody can do art at any time, but the answer is, when it comes down to it, anybody should be able to do art, and everybody should at least have the chance to make a living doing art rather than having to have some kind of secondary job to do art while they do so. Because... yeah, Shell's saying anybody that does art should be people that put the work into it. I don't... We do not like generative imagery in this house. That stuff is a mockery. And, yeah, stole my artwork, Shell's artwork, and the artwork of, like, a lot of our friends. Just to make itself. And that's not okay. The missile feels way better. This whole game feels better. I think I was playing on a vastly inferior version of the game. Because whatever this launch patch is fixed everything. That all of them? Yep. Missile just blew up immediately. Tickles me pink that with generative imagery programs, we found a way to automate art so humans can focus on drudge work without distractions. Wow. Yeah, that's one way of putting it. I think the idea of even attempting to define art in any way is quite pretentious. Yep. I know on social media there was a thing going around the other day of somebody was claiming like art's not video games aren't art. You know, that kind of old and overdone argument that I think was thrown around specifically by, what was it? Ebert or Siskel? I never paid attention to them to begin with. But I remember specifically doing an essay in college because of the opinion. It was an essay, it was a project, effectively for my art, modern arts class, where we were supposed to argue like some controversial art form. And it was like the day before that assignment was handed out, one of, you know, Cisco or Ebert or whoever had said like video games aren't art, and it was like big in the news. And I was kind of mad about it because I was an artist going to make art for video games, and I was just like, and this is like early days, like indie games barely existed. Like Braid was the artsy video game at the time. There were other ones, but still. Okay. Go up. There we go. You will not crunch me today. Nothing will. I am just absolutely rolling things now. This feels good. I might actually be able to make it past the 15-minute boss, maybe. Okay, I do have to worry about the bomb things, but no, they're getting wrecked too, which is kind of nice. But no, I think creative endeavors honestly should be valued much higher, but I also think society needs to kind of rebalance itself so that people can actually focus on creative self-expression and personal development rather than just drudge work, like we were talking about. Let's see. Mostly just because when it comes down to it, our society is already plenty productive. It's not like we need more of that. I think people would just generally be happier and healthier if we actually had time to maybe work if we don't want to do creative stuff, but even for the people that do work, who actually have time to do creative things as well. I can't tell you how many people I've known over the years who actually did have art degrees but bailed on it because they couldn't quite pay the bills and then got some other job and then stopped doing art entirely. I don't know, there's just something kind of sad about it. I think there is something to be said for people recognizing their limits and saying like, yeah, maybe this isn't for me. Like, I think that's valid, but for people that want to and are legitimately passionate about it, I don't think they should be derided. I don't necessarily know if everybody needs to be 100% financially supported so they can just, you know, draw SpongeBob fan art forever. But on the flip side, I don't know. Society feels sick when artists are specifically, yeah, exploited and derided for trying to do what they do. Because art and creative endeavors in general are probably the most human things anybody can do. Let's see, society would be better, but on the other hand, money. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't want to go, like, super full, talking about my opinions on things. But yeah. Let's move on this topic, though. But I think I've made my stance plenty known on the whole art thing. When I said art shouldn't be financially motivated, I was saying artists shouldn't be wait, I wasn't saying artists shouldn't be paid for their art. Society should value artists more to make them compromise. Okay, sorry. You became the very convenient straw man for my counter argument. Thank you for volunteering, and I'm sorry if I reacted a little strongly there. I went to school for illustration, and so, like, if you ever look at any of my videos with a custom piece of artwork that isn't official from the game, that was something that I did. And I didn't have to worry about it as much as I think some people, because I had a much more, like, obvious career path if I wanted to go into game art. I never made it there. I had one job in the industry and then never again. Namely because I couldn't get another job. I got laid off from the first one, and then, yeah, like, I would have had to move to LA or San Francisco, and actually, like, on my Twitter at the moment, I have a short story about my experiences trying to get a job post-college, and how not good of a situation that was. Oh, please tell me we're right at the end. Blueprint, yes. Drill, 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 drill. Induction amplifier. Movement speed in the mine and drilling efficiency in a small area around the spider. Oh. You know what? I'll take it. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. But, you know, pretty much the entire time, I definitely had loads of people showing up to tell me that my art wasn't valuable, or, like, actively treating me poorly because of it, which is really weird, because, like, many of these people were, like, mega gamers, and were, like, gushing about how great BioShock Infinite was, and, like, this game is true art, and, like, it's so incredible. And it was, like, the same thing with Mass Effect and a couple other ones. But the moment I was, like, trying to justify, like, hey, you know, these games aren't just made by the designers and the programmers. Like, what I want to do is just as valuable as these other people. And they would, like, actually get mad at me. I was like, what? And eventually got to the point where, like, most of them were just like, yeah, you're just one of the good ones. And I'm like, whoa, you don't say that to anybody for any reason. And, like, at the time I was just slightly put off by it, but the older I've gotten, the more I'm like, oh yeah, that's just kind of this, like, super discriminatory language. I think it's because most people, when they think of artists, first and foremost think of kind of just the I don't know, the layabout artist stereotype, the people that sit around and maybe draw something but they're not very good at it, and maybe smoke weed every day and live off of their parents' dime. And I can tell you those people don't exist. They don't exist long term, nor do they survive art school. Like, I went to art school with a lot of artists, and I mean, technically nobody failed out, but it was kind of clear who was gonna continue doing art and who was gonna go find something else to do. Because some people just didn't make the cut, but they also had no escape plan. Because college was, I mean, my degree was like $100,000 or something like that. Like, none of us really had a choice once we were on our third and fourth years, which is really the point when people started to kind of shake out one way or another. Ooh, it's really coming down out there. It's thunderstorms today, and it sounds lovely. And then, yeah, you have people like Shell, who specifically is really good at art. Has been better than me at art for pretty much forever, with the exception of the slight leg up I had from being very good at technology. But, you know, more or less as soon as her art started doing well, a bunch of people started just stealing it and putting it on shirts and shops and other things, and it's just kind of like, rough. It's a bad place to be. Okay. Scoot off. Oh, it's the weird crawly boys. I don't know what these things do. They're scary. It definitely feels like the enemy variety is a little bit better right off the bat. Wonder if those are the thunderstorms that blasted through a little while ago. Maybe. I live in Western New York. That's about as close as I'm gonna give as far as geographic. I know some people know vaguely where I live. I could go make weird... I could go ding-dong ditch 2 of my moderators, which amuses me thoroughly. The rest would be kind of expensive and hard to visit. New York, how do you afford rent? There's more to New York than New York. So whenever I say New York, there is a cohort of people that think I'm talking about New York City. I don't actually live in New York City. I could not afford rent in New York City. Okay. Shell's saying maybe Badoo be a closet. It's true. I could barely afford a studio / one bedroom insultingly small apartment, and even then it would be a strain. But yeah, New York is actually, it's not a particularly large state compared to some of the other ones, but it's, I mean, it's, I think, as big as the rest of New England, except for Maine. I don't know. Again, geography is like the one thing I am horrendously bad at. Oh, we need to get back. We don't have the overdrive, so I have no speed. I also have like a lot of resources that I should probably use on something. What can I afford? Let's see. Do we want to actually get the expanding bullets? Yeah, sure. I gotta find the flesh cave, but we haven't found it yet. Okay, let's, oh. I guess that works way better than expected. I should probably get the guns down, because we're about to go into the T3 fight, and it's going to get a little dicey. We'll see what happens. Yeah, most people just assume New York City, but the rent is really high everywhere. We're in the original 13 colonies compared to the middle USA. Yeah, and like some of it is because wages are slightly better, and there's also just less room. So like the town I grew up in pretty much has no room to expand without starting to destroy like green areas or commercial areas, and like I'd be fine with commercial areas getting turned into lovely places to live, but I think most people would disagree with me on that one. I hate strip malls. I think they need to go away. Bring back like ultra dense shopping malls with parking garages and get rid of strip malls. We do not need them. Okay, so this goes a little further. Nope, it does not. We're done with this cave. Perfect. Working at a grocery store in New York City pays like 20 bucks an hour, but considering the wealthy own like a third of all housing in New York City, makes rent really expensive. Yup. Oh, the snow really does shake out. I'd kind of missed that previously. But yeah, one of the things I hated the most about living in Portland, not the city, greater area, was that everything was strip malls outside of the city. Like you go even a couple miles out and it's just endless strip malls as far as the eye can see. And it just kind of was depressing being there. Do I think I can get... I think I can. There we go. I just want to get 3 guns down and I want to hang out right... Bees? 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 What? Okay, let's, do we have any other upgrades? I really probably should have bought the turret replicator upgrade and make it cheaper. It's 20%. It's not huge. Okay, we got anything on the drone that I can upgrade? Reduce spread. Yeah, it's the only thing I can afford doing it. Okay, stay away from this. And yeah, as long as I don't get trapped in here, I think we actually have a reasonable shot. My shields are getting crushed. Oh. I think that crushed him. I hope it did. We are starting to take some serious damage here. I don't think I've even touched an eye. But getting rid of that initial wave should help, and having those extra guns aimed at the eye should help. That telling me we've got another wave? We do. Nah, wait, I might have gotten out of the way of that one? Hard to say. Oh. This hurts. Yeah, still haven't taken an eye out, which is not great. It's not a good sign, at least. Scoot like your life depends on it. Okay, one eye is down. We might actually live through this one, for once. There's another wave. Yeah, they fixed the tentacle, which was my biggest complaint. Like, this game just didn't feel beatable. Well, that remained. Avoid the glob. Okay, that one hit me. We gotta repair. Oh. Q closes this out. I'm used to doing Q and E to alternate. Do we go for the extra efficiency? Yeah, but that only gets me 2. We're asking some big questions here about my success rate on this one, but there's only one eye left. It's gone. Yes! Yep. No tentacle bug makes this game so much easier. It looks like the dash did crush the bug monster, but also did a bunch of damage to me. Yep. I kind of figured that much, but it was probably better than getting smacked. Okay, the cores, we've been finding them since creation, but to what time do they actually belong? Are they remnants of the time before, or are they seeds of creation? Let's see. Is it a bad time to ask, should I buy Phantom Brigade now, or wait for a discount on Steam? I don't remember what the base price on that game is. 25 bucks? 30? I'll tell you now, Phantom Brigade is very much worth it, as it's one of my favorite games to come out of this year. But on the flip side, you might as well wait, unless you absolutely have to play it now. There's always time to wait for a sale if, you're worried about finances in any way, shape, or form. And even just kind of within that vein, it's a good game, but there's a lot of other good games out there. Yeah, this must be the Flesh Cave. It is, in fact, the Flesh Cave. But yeah, mechs are always worth it. For me, I would have bought that game full price if I could have. I mean, I guess I could have, but they sent me a free key and paid me. So, I don't know. Take my opinions with grains of salt. Gonna do Cult of the Lamb now that they have an expansion. Maybe. I actually found Cult of the Lamb kind of ho-hum. I liked the idea of it, but the actual execution was just kind of okay. But maybe maybe the DLC changes a lot. We'll see. I'm waiting for Armored Core 6. I'm looking forward to it, but I'll admit, my experiences with Armored Core were not negative necessarily. Because I liked Armored Core 3, because that was the one I played. The problem I mostly ran into with Armored Core 3 was just that anytime I did a regular mission, I spent more in repair bills and ammo than I did, in return for doing the mission. Which maybe I can get... maybe I get better at it with practice and stuff. But, middle schooler me was only interested in the arena mode because it was pretty much everything but without the bullshit. Which is nice. How was Terra Nil in the end? Honestly, fine. I know a lot of people were complaining about the length, but, I got a solid 10 hours out of that game. And so, $2.50 per hour? That's not bad. Let's see, could I upgrade the drill? Oh, maybe at this point, yeah, I could. Back in the flesh pits? Back in the flesh pits. Okay, do we get anything else? I'll just upgrade my drill next time I go back. I'm just gonna go down here. Interesting how much more maze-like the flesh pits are, which I actually kind of appreciate. Okay, yeah, we gotta go upgrade my drill. This ain't worth it. Luckily, we got a wave showing up in a second. So it's a good reason to come back. Alright, drill upgrade. Hooray. Yeah, we're gonna need to go up if I want to get the next one. I think I might want to go... Do I want the gun rotation speed? No, but I do want the damage. So, hopefully after this flesh pit, we'll already have enough of one resource. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna stop fielding questions about upcoming games and other things, though. That very much is something that I would prefer to answer on Discord, so you guys can actually search for those. The problem with me answering these things on a YouTube stream. What? I'm a YouTube streamer now, I guess, kind of, sort of. But the problem with me answering any of these questions when I'm streaming on YouTube mostly boils down to the fact that unless somebody watches this exact video, they're not going to have this question answered themselves, and if somebody else wants to know my opinions on, like, Phantom Brigade, it's not particularly practical for me to ask it there. I guess I could be a little bit braver with taking some of these hits, if only because we have the force field. Boy, if I really wish I could upgrade the force field. Because if I could specifically give the force field the ability to regenerate slowly over time during a fight, you know, pump resources into it mid-run. Oh, have I seen the stake upgrade? Like, as part of the launch day update, or just whatever. I haven't been using the stake on this one. Oh, that's much faster. Night and day. I haven't been using the stake on this round because I've got an upgrade specifically for the machine gun that makes it fire 25% faster, and so I don't really feel like the stake launcher is as useful. I'll try it again in another run, but since I have such limited resources, I have to be a little stingy. It's good for ground enemies if you shoot it up. Oh, I'm aware of that. I've done it before. It's just my machine gun has all of the upgrades, and therefore I'm just going to use the machine gun. Let's see. Just joining us now, Wander identifies as a YouTube streamer. It's stunning and brave. It's something I've been kind of weighing for a while now, if only because my YouTube channel has existed for years. Oh boy. This is a mistake. We're very slow. Shotgun, which isn't very good. We're going to take some damage here. Almost guaranteed. I should have turned around a while ago, but you know what? Whatever. This run's already on, well, not on its last legs. Actually, we have a bit short of a round than I thought. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, this is where the stake launcher is actually really good. Not that I've upgraded it nearly enough. But it is pretty good for just wrecking those dudes. I don't think we took too much damage. Oh, but yeah, so I've been doing YouTube for, it'll be 10 years in September. Doing YouTube. That's weird. But yeah, so I've been making videos on this platform for years. Twitch for a year less than that, I think. Because I think I started streaming on Twitch in 2014. And the one problem I always had was reconciling, like, doing both simultaneously. It wasn't so bad because I could effectively, at least back in the days of where Let's Plays were a little bit easier to do, all I'd have to do is just stream my playthrough of a game and then cut it up and post it to YouTube. Unfortunately, the algorithms on YouTube changed, and so that became less possible, which kind of sucked, just because, you know, I had to switch my workflow. And I also burnt out, like, really hard because of, you know, years of lockdown and just everything, you know, vague gesturing with hands. Why does this cave keep going? Why are the flesh pits bigger than they ought to be? Alright, let's go back out. We'll clear this out, because we're here. Yeah, holy heck, 10 years? Yeah. Yeah, started in fall of 2013. I'm at this point like a geriatric YouTuber. I've met a couple of people that have been around longer than I have, but there are not many of them. Okay. I think those are the spawn nests. And these suckers spawn the big dudes. Which is all sorts of fun. Say classic. Yeah, it makes more sense. I'm just so used to people calling older millennials geriatric millennials that I think it's just kind of stuck in my brain. Yeah. A little bit of a lag spike there. But yeah, I might as well just kite them back into gun range until we've cleared out at least a couple of them. Considering I have quite a number of my, I have quite a number of gun turrets just kind of hanging out here. I guess at this point we could take some damage. Alright, I think we're good. Because the turrets will just finish them off for me. Perfect. Use the bomb, pump it a little. It's useful in caves. Nah. Why? Total waste of resources, in my opinion. Something that I only use once every 90 seconds to blast a hole in things that I could largely mine in a equal amount of time just doesn't really seem particularly practical to me. It's there, and if it was something that spawned on my person, like I could just press middle mouse and use the bomb, then that would work great. But let's see. But as it stands, like, I mine perfectly fast. Because it doesn't actually one-shot the fleshy stuff. Like, I need to put in a lot of upgrades to get the bomb. To be good. Wow. It keeps going. We're getting a lot of resources off of this one, but then again, this run's been going on for far too long. Looks very much like Dome Defense. Dome Keeper? Yeah. It's, so the developers of this saw Dome Keeper, the prototype for it, and said, ooh, good idea, and then made their own. I'm kind of multiple minds when it comes to, like, how shameless is imitation. But ultimately, Dome Keeper itself doesn't have a whole lot of truly original ideas. It's just the configuration of those ideas combined together that makes it unique. Oh, that's like a moving gorilla dude. Uh-oh. Holy shoot, he does a lot of damage. I'm in trouble. Okay, this is maybe where the stake launcher becomes king of the castle. Well, we got a lot of resources. What was I going to invest in? Damage from every bullet. Bonus bullet size. Tempting? I think I'm gonna get the just raw stake thrower damage. We don't need the speed. I don't really want the flywheel, but giving it an extra 15% damage should make it a fair bit better at just taking out pustules. Okay. Oh, I'm using the shotgun. That's silly. There it goes. Alright, let's keep going. And honestly, though, The devs to this game tried Dome Keeper, really liked the idea, and believed that they could improve on it. Yep. And like, I'd be slightly hypocritical. Where am I? Okay, I think I've gone past the flesh bits. There's another cloud wall. I'm a little scared of potentially trying to even engage with that, but I also recognize I'm about to lose, so who cares? I have no health, and the wall of gross is about to show up very soon. So I guess the first and foremost thing I should probably do... I don't know. I don't know what I should do. Grab resources, I guess. I could just, I mean, we could just hang out in here mining until we die, rather than trying to extend it further. I could probably survive one more wave, though. I go out with a bang. Well, here's the thing. It's actually more practical for me to lose in the mine than it is for me to, die fighting. This is because, ultimately, I don't gain meta progression from killing enemies. I only gain meta progression from... let's see. Oops, that's the wrong one. I only gain meta progression from specifically... let's fire this off. Oh, it's a gorilla dude. Uh-oh. Oh, he ain't dead yet. Well, this is where everything goes poorly for me. Oh, I am cooked. Remember to heal before. I don't have any resources to heal with. I remember. I just can't do anything about it. So, we did get a new blueprint for this. Movement speed in mine, movement speed in the mine and drilling efficiency in a small area around the spider. But we gotta find the next blueprint if we want to get another. It's fine. Still got 5,000, so what do I want to grab? Oh! The missile no longer has a longer cooldown. Yeah, let's grab that. Do we get anything else? Nope, that's all I've got. But yeah, now my missile does 1,500 damage, and hopefully the cooldown did not double. Ugh. Holy smokes, that run was an hour? Go figure, my back is tired. Ugh. I'm doing standing desk stuff because I have a hard butt and sitting in chairs hurts. And so I'm trying to mitigate that by just standing more, but unfortunately, I haven't exactly done a whole lot of long-term standing for a while, and so my back is weak and old, apparently. So is the tentacle bug fixed? Yes! Tentacle bug is fixed, a lot of things are fixed. Let's actually go back in here. Snag this. And keep it going. But yeah, the tentacle bug is no longer a problem. So that mining boost is fairly short, I think. Yeah, wow. That's such a small radius. Why is it so short? I wish I could upgrade these things. But I also kind of wish that upgrade was actually just more of a, hey, you get bonus mining and movement speed in the mine. Alas, no dice. Let's see, so is there anything else that can improve your mining speed between the flesh resource and the bismuth? No, I don't think so. So after flesh resource, immediately head up to bismuth. Let's see, drilling range might help? Nah. Well, okay, drilling range might help with the, wow, this has been, okay, here's the resources. I was like, this is kind of a sucky mine, but here we go. It's good enough, at least for now. Having watched your videos for years and having access to YouTube but not Twitch at work, you have no idea how awesome it's been to see you streaming recently. Huh, good to know. Bomb, not again! Alright, fine. Actually, I can probably just let the lightning kill it. Oh well. But yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Honestly, I've been blown away by the general reaction to my streams over here. I think I have to care more about game choice, though. I've definitely noticed that certain games are probably going to perform better than others, but it seems easy enough for me to manage. All I have to do is do, like, a one-off YouTube video, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, we really like this one. and so that's the one I choose to continue. Makes it easy. Let's see, glad to catch you live again. Never thought that work at an assembly line. Thought the work at an assembly line is surely depressing. Oh gosh, I can't even imagine. You know what I wish? I wish the bomb just let you swap your beam out for explosions. Like, don't give me this cooldown junk. Let me blow things up. YouTube seems to have better interface, but Twitch has better categorization and discovery. So YouTube has the same, it's just they don't encourage people to use the categorization and discovery. So instead you're much more encouraged to almost kind of rely on algorithmic suggestions instead, from what I can tell. Which works really well for me because I have a pre-existing channel. I have no idea what the experience would be like starting a channel from scratch on YouTube. I mean, just in general for YouTube, but especially like if you want to do streaming. Okay. Let's see. Didn't get much interest, but I like Spiritfall. Especially because one of your daughters works there. Oh, that's nice. I like Spiritfall a lot. Unfortunately, I think I'm just gonna keep waiting. For me, early access is not something I'm super keen on anymore. Like, I can play early access games, but it just feels like I'm wasting time nowadays, especially when I have so many fully released games that I need to go back to. Let's see. YouTube's not even good for posting videos. You don't get very many views. I get plenty. Like, I'm not expecting to get millions, but, like, I get more than enough to live quite comfortably. And I am actually hitting, like, a pretty good growth spell at the moment, so, like, things feel fine to me. Maybe I'm just, not high enough on the totem pole to really talk about stuff, but, like, from my perspective, I've had a very good time being on YouTube compared to Twitch. Oh, I see. You're talking about on your own end. That makes more sense. Let's see. Don't do any editing. It's still tedious to record things. I think it is also important to note that not everybody is made for either platform. So I know some people that are like brilliant YouTubers that are absolute garbage at Twitch, and then vice versa. Back when I was getting started, a number of like bigger channels were really starting to rise. Like, these are people you'd probably actually recognize the name of, and I remember recording with them, and they were just totally bad at talking. It was wild. You know, when I said talking, I mean like carrying on a conversation with chat, like being entertaining, for hours on end. So I'd like tune into their scrap mechanic streams or some other things, and it would just be like, oh, you're just kind of staring into the screen blankly and talking about nothing. Why do you have like 1,000 people watching you? Why did somebody just give you $1,000? What? It always blew my mind on that one. Brilliant YouTubers though, their videos are great. It's just the moment you make that transition to Twitch is just, whew. Or maybe not Twitch, live commentary? Whew. Let's see. Record raw content, don't have any time or hardware. Yeah, see, there's your problem. Zero commentary more or less makes you unmentionable as far as YouTube is concerned. Because you're functionally no different from anybody else. If you can't do commentary, there's a lot of other things that you could do if you wanted to, like, mess around with editing. Like, how would I describe it? I don't want to say, like, work to your strengths or your circumstances, but, I've got a decent radio voice and put people to sleep, and so I can kind of lull them into listening to me for hours, to the point where they actually fall asleep listening to me, which means I continue to get ad rev off of their, you know, just bedtime, question mark. And so I've managed to low-key launch that into probably one of the more successful ASMR businesses in the world. And I'm just admitting this now because it's funny as heck. But that, you know, if I had like a worse voice or some other circumstance, I'd probably switch it up and do some other way. ASMR win right now. Right now. You just don't know. You have no idea how many people compliment my video for like helping them go to sleep. It's actually really heartwarming. It's a little unfortunate because I can put myself to sleep when I'm editing videos. But let's see, what was I gonna say? But like, as far as doing YouTube goes, it's one of those platforms that you can't just chuck time in. You very much have to have a plan going into it, or you need to kind of know what you're good at. So like Markiplier, fantastic voice, gorgeous human being, decently funny. Use that to be a pretty fun highlight YouTuber, and also, I mean, just like a lot of things. That man was naturally built to be what he is. Just kind of like how Northern Lion was naturally built to be a sardonic dad man. And I'm sure there's like a lot of other ones. I'm thinking like Total Biscuit, when he was still around, very much naturally built to be both a games caster, but also a games reviewer and a critic. Like, some people are just kind of made for certain things, and some people kind of develop themselves into being that thing with enough work and effort and creativity. But I truly think like everyone has different talents that can be expressed in different ways, and rather than trying to force yourself to be something that you're not, it might actually be a better idea to consider like what you are good at and to push that strength instead. Yeah, Markiplier also started doing Five Nights at Freddy's. He was blessed by the algorithm. Markiplier was already blessed by the algorithm before. Specifically, it wasn't even Five Nights at Freddy's that jettisoned him into popularity, because he was already popular before that. It's just Five Nights at Freddy's was the point where, like, I think he hit his biggest growth. I'd have to look at the statistics, but, like, I was watching that man well before Five Nights at Freddy's was ever a thing. I wasn't watching him much, because he didn't really appeal too much. But Markiplier's main benefit was the fact that he was, much like Jacksepticeye, both of them were kind of the PewDiePie successors, that specifically weren't PewDiePie, that actually presented a much better alternative. And so, a lot of people who might have gotten the start on the whole horror tuber scene probably gravitated to PewDiePie first, just because he was like one of the first people there. I'm sure there were alternatives, but ultimately he's kind of awful. I mean, maybe he's mellowed out or some other things, but like back in, I don't even want to say his heyday, because I don't even know, like, is he doing better or worse now than he was back in the day? Back when he was effectively like the face of YouTubers, and like one of the #1 people that you'd look at when or think of when you were thinking of like content creators on the platform. Really shouldn't use that word. Broadcasters on the platform. Entertainers? Entertainers. I'm just gonna put this over here. It's not time for me to go back yet. But so the problem was, like, PewDiePie was kind of grating, even on his best of days, and so I think a lot of people still liked it because it was funny. But on the flip side, there was still kind of that aspect of, like, there's better alternatives. And so Jacksepticeye and Markiplier especially had, like, a more wholesome vibe to it instead. Amnesia was the game that started Markiplier's career. Yeah. I think it was a myriad of horror things, not just any one specific. Drone system. Hey, that's nice. Get the lightning. Oh, have I been just gathering resources without upgrading a thing because I'm on too much of a bender? I'm strong now, die. If PewDiePie's audience was young and played it up heavily, Mark and Jack both have made videos for older audiences. That's approachable for younger ones. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. But anyway, so I don't know, those guys play to their strengths. And I know some people that specifically, like, do no commentary videos that just use really funny, and kind of sardonic, subtitles. There we go. I can word. Okay, shotgun. Don't care too much. Shame. I want explosions. Let's see. But that... It might be tempting to kind of look at what somebody else does and say, like, I'm gonna do that too, but not everybody's, like, built for it. I'm thinking of, what's a good example? Game It Out. Let's Game It Out. He is a channel that does, like, really... I mean, really good highlights videos where he does ridiculous nonsense to sandbox games. He started as a really boring Let's Play channel. And it wasn't until his, like, co-commentator quit that he finally started exploding in popularity, because it was like, all of a sudden the guy, was kind of free to do whatever he wanted, and use that opportunity to go absolutely ham. This stupid tether. I know why I don't like it. Because it's completely useless. That missile just renders it completely irrelevant, because it just blows up everything in my path. And so I don't need to worry about, or the tether is meaningless because it doesn't reach far enough. It is what it is. I think maybe he was actually fine as a, maybe he was actually fine as a Let's Player. But that his strength very clearly is doing absolutely nonsense things in sandbox games. And it's one of those that, like, I don't know. I think it's easier. It's easy to just do what somebody else has done and kind of try and emulate that. But a lot of people are, I think, holding themselves back by doing so. I mean, even like myself, I very much feel that sometimes. Like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could be doing. Mega Bomb. Alright, fine, I will invest in the bomb today. You know the drone attacks in the mine. I know. I know the drone auto attacks in the mine, I'm not gonna rely on it. Does some entertaining streams too, but not regularly. It's legitimately hard to stream non-stop. And honestly, for him, he doesn't need to. Like, I think if I was mega big, I'd stream once per week, go ham on something I really enjoy, and not really think about the algorithm and just keep trying to make the best product I possibly could. Tips for content creation. I'm giving it to you right now, man. But also, I think I'm gonna hold that stuff once again. Like, I don't want to give the generic bits of advice just because, one, a billion other people have done that. Two, I think I'd rather write that up as a blog post. Because I've been doing that for developers, and rather than trying to, like, share information on social media where it's gonna get buried, or, like, in a video where people are never gonna find it, better to just... Here, let's just go for a double wave. Let's make everything upset. Because there aren't that many enemies back up that direction. I think it's important to... Yeah, there they are. I think it's important to get this double wave while we're here, just to save some time. Unfortunately, we don't have the... Oh, you know, we do have the drone. Wait. Oh yeah, Robo Spider. Unfortunately, these are all just repair Robo Spider upgrades. Like, I'm actually really disappointed that the Robo Spider does not get a whole lot of love in the upgrade tree, because I wish there were at least more upgrades for it. Okay. I just want to get rid of all the flyers. Get rid of the impediments. Where'd my... Oh, my missile is probably going for another ground boy. Unless these, like, crawlers are actually better than I think they are. Okay. Looks like we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna reserve my advice, my, like, actually useful advice for somewhere else. I'll just talk about whatever I feel like at the moment. I realize that sounds a bit callous, but it's one of those that, like, it is far more practical for me to sit down and write these things out than talk about them at depth. Especially in such a way that, like, is not applicable to most of the people watching here. Like, this is the one thing I always have to remember is that, like, I can't talk too specifically about any one topic or any one topic for too long, especially if it's a slightly more negative one or critical. You know, if I'm really hung up on backseating, for example, I'll get going for a while, which is why I made a video essay on it, so that, like, now I just tell people to go watch the video instead. I know that's kind of impersonal, but it saves me so much time. And because I've already said more or less my entire piece on it, I don't have to think about it as hard anymore. Like, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess it would be like live journaling or a bunch of other stuff, but like, it is actually really good for me as a person. I'm sure it's probably good for most people to write your thoughts out on something that you care about and you maybe talk about more often than not. Because, like, putting pen to paper and really enumerating your feelings on that topic, it orders your thoughts and also helps you even reiterate it at a later date. Or, if you've put it in a public place, you can just be like, hey, here's my thoughts. Go read them. It's also very hard to give specific advice in any way, shape, or form. Like, if a developer showed up and said, like, you know, I need advice for making my roguelike, I'd probably be like, Because, like, even within that, that's so limited. And it's like, hey, Wander, how do I be a streamer? Start now. Where's the final? Okay, there we go. I should probably upgrade the bomb a little bit more. Oop. Okay, so let's see this extra blast radius. Okay. That's a good bomb upgrade. So the damage seems to be upsettingly good. Let's see, need advice on how to bake chicken. I'm sorry, cannot help you. I do not meet. We want that bomb replication speed too. Bomb now meta? With that upgrade, yes. So kind of like last time, where I was using the machine gun excessively because that's what I got the upgrade for. Now that I have the bomb upgrade to make it extremely good, yeah, it's worth investing into. But yeah, I'm like 95% vegetarian, so asking me how to cook meat is kind of useless. Actually, it's pretty functionally useless, because I have not cooked meat in a while. Okay, so let's go back to this and get the bomb replication speed. Oh, never mind. I should probably pay attention, because it's about to turn 20 minutes. Ow. Okay, big missile. Take out an eye for me. Because yeah, if it'll just nuke a whole eye. Dang. I was really hoping it would just completely demolish a whole eye. But yeah, that cooldown didn't get any longer, which is kind of huge for me. Because now I can actually reliably fire out multiple of these over the course of a fight. I bet if we get the next missile upgrade, it'll just take out a whole eye in one shot. To some degree, that means that, yeah, I should just rely on getting the best dang missiles I possibly can, and focusing my shots mostly... let's see, focus my shots mostly on... Did I go in this one? No, I have not. Okay, cool. Oh. Just leave it there. What the hell? I think it actually knocked the chip out of the way. Extra damage from every bullet. Yep, tentacle slam is indeed fixed. Yeah. Oh, well, there's the flesh cave. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do this. We have enough green, we need some blue. Oh. Because if we go back, yeah, I need 25. I'll come back to the flesh cave in a bit. Was that the previously useless bomb? Yes. So the bomb actually explodes now. It's mostly because of that, that chip I found. But I sure as heck am going to use it extensively. Okay, so we need to get 8 blue, give or take. Because if I can get that, we can get the better drill. And we can mine these a little faster. That is a big boomer. Yeah, no kidding. Be gone, enemy waves. I am doing the drill thing. I have stuff to do. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let go, let go, let go. Just like mashing the let go button is just like, wee, no thank you. Boy, that's a lot of foes. Ooh, they actually took out my shields. Rude. I probably shouldn't take too much damage then. I mean, I don't think it really matters that much. These things are marginally pretty weak. Just a couple of boomfish and that's it. Alright, I think we're good. Nope. Yes. Alright, there we go. It's like, there shouldn't be anybody left. Let's see. Remember when Wander lamented that this is a clone of that other mining defense game? I mean, it is. Like, my biggest issue with this with them cloning Domekeeper isn't necessarily that they made a clone. It's that they could have gone further and that they didn't. Nothing annoys me more than a game with untapped potential. Because it's one of those that I see the potential in every action and everything I did and do. And so it's one of those where it's actually very easy for me to fixate on that. Because unfortunately, art school, kind of a bit of a critic, and I've got it hard-coded into me. I'm sure, like, I could ignore it if I wanted to, but I kind of don't. Because it's nice to talk about, like, ways that games could be improved and fixed in some way, shape, or form. Partly because I think it's an interesting topic of conversation, but also because I know developers watch me. Like, you would not believe how many emails I get from developers who, like, have watched me. And I will, like, recognize their comments go by afterwards. And I'm like, oh yeah, they actually do just watch my videos every once in a while. And so, because of that, I try and talk about game design and mechanics a little bit more. Because I know to some degree there's actually value in what I'm saying. Even though, like, I'm only partially trained for game design. And not really. I was trying to go for a minor in it and then quit because I was trying to learn how to program so I could maybe make games myself. And started hitting classes where it's like, yeah, we want you to do exclusively art for our, like, bad game. And I'd be jammed into school groups that weren't very good. I can remember, it wasn't a school group necessarily, but I had a really bad experience trying to do a game jam with people that were my friends even. But so there were 5 of us who were going to do a game jam together. I was going to do all the art because I didn't mind. We only had 48 hours to do the whole thing, so I figured, like, okay, we're on a time limit. I'll work on what I'm good at. Everybody else works on what they're good at. I know, Cass is giving you a hard time. Oh, I know. But I might as well actually talk about it. You are a YouTuber that shows a lot of indie games. Yep. Yeah, so I might as well play to my strength by talking about this stuff. Anyway, so for the game jam, so there are 5 of us. One guy who, like, is very much idolized, I think it was Jonathan Blow. Like, he loved Braid. He loved everything by that guy. I don't know if he still does, but I also don't know if he actually got into game design. Use the bomb. The bomb! Here, let me, there. preemptively made a spot. It's very easy for me to forget about the bomb, which is part of the reason why I was saying I really wish the bomb was actually something that was strapped to my suit. Because if I could just press, like, middle click to drop the bomb every 90 seconds, I absolutely would. Unfortunately, Jonathan Blow, I'm pretty sure is, like, a weird anti-vaxxer now. And has some, like, other kind of iffy opinions. So, I don't exactly idolize him myself. But at the time, like, he was one of the more respected indie... Oh my god, that's absurd. He was one of the more respected indie developers, especially in the early days of, like, the indie scene existing on Steam and other places. It doesn't help that the bomb's been pretty bad up until now. Yep, I don't know if they gave it a buff or if that perk that I got for it is just that good. Okay, there we go. Anyway, so, Game Jam story, telling it. So we got the Jonathan Blow guy. We had his, the fan of Jonathan Blow. I'm gonna call these two guys D&D because they straight up, they weren't D&D nerds, but they were roommates and they both had D names. So D&D were our kind of core programmers. They both were reasonably good at programming and worked really, really well together. And, like, had done stuff before. Not games, necessarily, but they'd programmed things in tandem. Then we had, Doppelganger, who is a near-identical clone of one of my other friends. She was, like, the senior developer. She was actually, like, out of college. I don't know if she ever finished a degree, but she was just working on perpetual co-op. In a perpetual co-op situation, effectively, on a very, very long internship. Induction Amplifier 2. So area of effect is bigger, drilling efficiency, and movement in the mine. Ooh, that's a nice upgrade. Hopefully I get it to the point where it's actually, like, infinite, but who knows. Cripes. I think my new answer is, we need to, well, no. It's kind of too late on this run. But, well, no, it's not too late on this run. Dig a straight line in, and then drop the bomb. I think we can actually get into the flesh bits now that I'm thinking about it. So is bomb damage equivalent to mining efficiency? I think so, yes. But it does an additional 500 damage, which is a lot. Okay. Is that the flesh bits? Yeah, that is the flesh bits. It doesn't have any flesh at the entrance, so it's confusing. Actually, no reason for me to get out of that. But, let's take a look. Do we have any other upgrades? Laser range, some extra damage. I mean, those are good. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to upgrade the bomb for a while. Whew. Yeah, those upgrades on the bomb, though, are actually really good. They're just really expensive, is the big issue. Well, all things considered, let's just get the extra damage on the gun and go from here. Repair better? Currently, we don't need it. I'd rather use that those resources on fighting than repairing at the moment. Anyway, so it was D&D and the Doppelganger. So I guess we have 3 D names here, whatever. Let's just go with A, B, and C. So A and B were the power programmers. C was the senior, and she was supposed to kind of teach us how to work together as, like, a team. And then we had the last guy who is just an ideas man. I'm going to call him Useless because that's what he was. But so, fundamentally, we're not betting on Useless to actually be much of a team member. He was just supposed to be kind of there as backup because he knew how to make games. So, surprisingly enough, Useless was not actually the most useless member of that team. We started doing the game jam, came up with our idea. It was just going to be a basic platformer, nothing fancy. A little bit of combat just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then just have some, like, extra mini games or stuff just to spice it up, which in retrospect was a mistake. And that was all Useless's idea. But luckily, we also only had Useless working on those mini games, and me. I guess I did the art for it because Useless couldn't even do programmer art, which was kind of pathetic. I know, I'm aware of the bomb. I want to dig into this thing first. Yeah, here. This is what I was looking for. If I can get it, like, right over in here. Right here. Right here. There we go. But so I was doing some of the art for Useless because I was reasonably fast at art at the time and we didn't need anything else. So I helped Useless make mini games. No, what happened was Doppelganger, you know, C, whatever you want to call them as part of this example, just went off to go get drunk on Friday night and came back on Sunday hungover. We were there for 48 hours, no sleep, no rest, just all work. And they more or less just pieced out on us, leaving us with like half of a game that she had like very emphatically like helped us design and was like planning around. And like she had her role, she was supposed to do the combat stuff. Well, the two roommates were supposed to work on like movement and enemy design and stuff. And yeah, just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to a party for like a little while just to, you know, see my friends, say hi, that kind of stuff. And we're like, okay, but you better be back within like an hour or two because we really desperately need you. You know, we've never done a game jam before, and most of us are either sophomore or freshman. And yeah, she was just like, yep, no, don't worry about it. I'll be there when you need me. Nope. That pretty much turned me off of actually trying to study game design because I just, well, I don't know, I couldn't trust I couldn't trust that I wouldn't be put in a situation where I wasn't immediately turned into art goon for a bunch of people that were going to make a bad game. That at the time, I didn't respect my time that much, but I respected it enough to know that that was a bad deal for me. Yeah, compatible personalities is incredibly important when building a team. Oh, yeah. Well, I think we might also need to try the shotgun. What is left in here? We did horrible things to this mine. Okay, we might have the bomb, but if I'm not seeing anything else, I think we're just going to leave the bomb to do more damage elsewhere. Go check up here. Yeah. See how we doing on time. We're doing reasonably well. Hopefully there's an upgrade so you can lengthen times between waves so you can mine more. Yes, there is. It's very expensive. I don't even recognize this resource. Like, I think I need to go to a whole new zone. However, I want to get... Oh, we need another flesh pit if I want to get that stuff. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, should you try the bomb in the upper area? I will. But we are 2 minutes away from the next boss fight. I love the missile shot when we find these lore rooms. Mainly because it's just so rude. There's a corpse there and my spider bot's just like, die! Was there a great flood? And isn't that proof that the wall is not infinite? Well, let me put it this way. Who told you that the wall was flooded to the very foundation? Okay, well, while we're here, let's take a look at the shotgun. Seeing as it just got a big boost. More pellets in every shot. We can only afford 2 of these. Let's go with those 2 for the time being. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay, so the shotgun actually does a decent job to those suckers. Its rotation speed leaves much to be desired, though. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about the shotgun. Oops, that's the wrong button. Put it back, put it back. Okay. I think we're almost good. Oh, it went up. Dang it, I was betting on it going down. Well, it's fine. Let's see. Got a little bit. I don't actually know if this one extends or if this is just kind of a one-off cave. Looks like it's a one-off cave. Well, I like one-off caves because I don't need to think about them. There we go. And now I have enough for repairs. Alright, and then I'm just gonna park my butt on this. Give it a blasto. But we'll have to leave that for later because it is now boss time. Probably want to kill the boomer fish first. That hurt. Not much to do about it though. Right, let's get rid of the ground forces. Okay. Just keep firing those missiles. I actually have enough to upgrade the shotgun further, but not much. I could also... No, I've already upgraded my machine gun. So I should probably stick to the machine gun at the moment. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really betting on winning this one. We don't have the turrets to carry us. And yeah, all of his eyes are still up. So, you know what, in that case... No! Drop the bomb! No, my bomb! Shoot. I was gonna just drop the bomb in there for a bunch of extra meta currency, but alas, no dice. Oh, it's fine. Okay, ooh, Ripper Missile. 9,000 though. Ouch. More spider durability would be nice. Speed would be nice. 8,000. Is this worth it? Yeah. Alright, we're gonna dive in. We're gonna get that small boost. We'll go from there. Is this the full release with that tentacle bug we were seeing yesterday? No. The bug is gone. So you do not need to worry about it. Let's see, Wander talking about his first attempt at game development. I was just on a full-on ramble about a lot of stuff, not just my first forays into game development. I would actually like to make a game at some point, but it might actually be something that I do... Oh, well, I think we're done. Abandon this run! I was trying to grab the bomb on the way into the mine, but it wasn't letting me. Or, I think it actually disappeared from my hand, which is the difference. Okay, well. Before we start this run, I'm gonna lower my desk so I can give my back a bit of a rest. I wonder if I could actually get, like, a leaning board. That'd be interesting. Effectively stand, but at a slight lean, just to give myself some lumbar support. I bet that's a thing that exists. I might look into that. For now, though, that was a speed run for sure. I just wanted to get that last couple of resources so I could get that, this upgrade. But it's only worth, like, well, no, that extra range ain't bad. Holy smokes, actually, this is huge. Like, the range is gonna run out, don't get me wrong. But, on the flip side, I can actually clear the early region, or the early part of any mine, really quickly now. Because I was commenting on the early parts of this game being kind of pants. This helps a lot. Grab both of those. So plus 1 range, plus 10 range is plus 10 blocks? Yup. Hopefully there are more upgrades to that one, because that's really good. Like, one more of those and we'll actually be able to cover a decent chunk of every... Wow, that is night and day. immediately cuts out and goes straight into feels bad man territory. Okay. Alright, I should probably actually do things. Honestly, if we got the bomb again, I'd probably go for it. Alright, we get the bomb! Well, let's see what, Well, here's a question. Can I actually upgrade the bomb? No. I need one more. It's fine. Unfortunately, I think its base range is just not that good. Not terrible. But we'll see what upgraded bomb looks like. Yeah, see, upgraded bomb ain't great. It really was that megaton bomb upgrade that made it hella good. And unfortunately, there's no guarantee it's going to show up again. I think I'll bring it with me, but it is not nearly as interesting without it. Because that 20% range probably just gave it a whole extra tile or two. But then I think the additional 20% range on top of it, I think it was exponential. I could be quite wrong on that one, but it certainly felt a lot longer than just a total of a 40% bonus. Have I gone through the upper cloud wall yet? Yes. It's just, the resources there aren't as useful to me. So I haven't bothered. Did the Megaton upgrade also have a damage bonus? Yeah, it was both damage and range. But, like, very clear reason why that upgrade would... very clear reason why the bomb was so useful on that one. Sock? Nope. I got a couple. Right here. Pop this. Drop the missile. Demolish, and we're good. I almost kind of wish the dome, spider dome would actually fight on its own. Just for, like, the first couple of waves. Or just, like, really ineffectively. No matter what. I guess I could have brought the bomb. What I should have done was actually got the next digging upgrade, but I think we're done with this cave. Okay. I know that's the drone, but the drone doesn't always drop. Okay, was this my first cave? I think this is my first cave. This is my second. I'm just hoping we get a good chip. Yeah, that missile is actually just as good. Oh, right. I was gonna go... Here, let's just grab these resources. I was actually gonna get upgrades for myself, rather than, you know, just tuning out like a fool, like I've been doing. There we go. That should help. That helps a lot. Especially in a room like this that is a big ol' square. Big chip, big chip. Drilling efficiency. Oh, that's even better. I like the bomb upgrade. It's very fun, but I think drilling efficiency is probably better. Okay, there's like one enemy left. Two, maybe three. There it goes. Alright, you know what I should do? I should drink some water. Let's see. Wait, do you pick the missile target or is that automatic? It's automatic. It goes for whatever the highest health target. Oh, there's apparently still an enemy somewhere. Huh, rude. There we go. Oh, that's fine. I'm almost wondering if it is actually worth it to leave one weak enemy until you start losing, until you get past a certain level of force field. Yeah, that might be an exploit. Okay, so this is probably going to have the next weapon in it. And this is why I don't bother with the bomb most of the time. Because having a really good diggy beam more or less does the trick, but better. Okay. I'm gonna try and get all of these into one mass. I guess I should probably have them here. Because yeah, if I can have this entire set over the hump at least, we can come back for it very soon. Yeah. Especially with that speed boost, I might actually be able to just go back and grab all of it. And we get the drone system. Hey, good friend. Alright. Don't need to care too much. It's very weak, boys. Now, the lightning might just kill them all. I guess the drone will, too. Yeah, so I guess I can't exploit it as much as I'd like to. As the game will no longer let me. But it's fine. You've gotten the drone almost every run. I think the drone is probably one of the higher drop rate items. Okay, well, I'm gonna double check. Nope, there's nothing up there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of the higher drop rate items in the game. Just because it instantly just makes the game easier. Having something to plink at enemies while you're kind of away. Because the turrets you have to, 1, place somewhere. 2, you have to lock yourself, lock them there. I almost wish the turrets were actually something you could pick up and move freely, but alas, no dice. Okay, so we just want to head for the end of the cave. Let's see. That's the weapon. Well, let's see what kind of weapon we get. If only you could multiply your drone boys. Yeah, I really wish you could invest more into a lot of these things. Shotgun, again. Darn. Okay, I should well, I mean, we do have the drone. Hopefully the drone will keep them mostly off of me. There we go. Ooh. I was wrong. Well, we got the overdrive. That hurt. Not too much, but, yeah, I was kind of hoping the drone boy would keep them off of me a little longer than he did. Well, it's fine. Let's see, so what do we have? Well, let's get the movement speed upgrade. Can't get any of the other stuff. Should probably upgrade my gun, maybe. But I'm gonna upgrade the bomb and my drone first. Okay, now that we've done that. There. That's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it. Grab that bomb. Let's see what the slightly upgraded bomb can do. I guess we can't. Okay, actually, even just that singular first upgrade is a massive radius bonus? Huh. Okay, so bomb is legitimately good. You just need to upgrade it once. Gosh, mining with the beam and all of these upgrades is so satisfying. It's so fast. Oh, upgrading the radius, not the diameter? Oh, you might be right on that one. That's probably exactly it. What is this game? Looks amazing. It is Wallworld. Though, every time I bring up what this game is, I have to give credit for Domekeeper just because. But Wallworld is a mining and base defense game inspired by Domekeeper, but with its kind of own unique spins on the formula. Primarily, meta progression. I don't think Domekeeper has any. Wow, okay. Drone actually just took out the crawler dude. Perfect. I'm hoping the bomb wouldn't be back. I wish I could actually see the cooldown on the bomb. Oh well, it's not the end of the world. Let's see, there might have been more materials in the last one. I don't think so, no. Yeah, the price on Wallworld is really good though. Oh yeah, $5 is an absolute steal for what this game is. Like, I honestly think they're undercutting themselves. And cynically, I think they're undercutting themselves, one, because I think that's what they've always done. Because I know Necrosmith was really cheap, too. Oh, that was small. Yeah, it's 4 since it's on sale, too. That's fair. Do I want to go for the extra beam for once? Now, let's get our machine gun upgrades first. Alright, looks like we're going down. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get my beam range. So it's not the same dev as the other digging defense game. Nope. It didn't go to the back room. Is there a back room on that one, or did I miss it? No, there isn't. That one had the overdrive upgrade, correct? Because I'm pretty sure I cleared that one out. It's crazy what crazy how well the art style is replicated. It's slightly different, and to be fair, they already had the let's see, they already had the chops. These people have always been... I got everything. Okay, I thought so. Be very careful about backseating me. I don't generally like it, and I especially do not... Oh yeah, you can tell. There is nothing in there. It's all zoomed out. But I especially do not like being told that I missed something, only to find out that I didn't. Because that always gets my goat more than anything else. Like, playing Undermine and having people being like, I can't believe you missed that wall gold earlier. Ugh. I thought they were referring to the cave before this one. I got the shotgun on that one, I thought. Get your goat? Get your goat, it bothers me. You don't do this job for nearly 10 years without picking up a couple of, like... I'm gonna call them fleas. I know that's, maybe too heavily of a borrowed term. There, that's a good spot for the bomb. Yeah, I got the shotgun. I thought so. Yeah, if you're not paying too much attention, please especially do not backseat me. And do not troll me with directions, because boy, there's nothing I hate more than being given bad information or wrong information. Because all that teaches me is don't listen to anybody, and therefore ban chat, which I think is not really what anybody wants. Okay, so what do we got back here? This one might not have anything. Sometimes it does. Yeah, the one major risk factor that I do have for streaming on YouTube, compared to where Twitch, is that it doesn't quite have that established community level of like, hey, don't do what you're doing, it's gonna piss off Wander. And so I might be a little bit more vocal about some of these things, hopefully while we get everybody up to speed on what drives me up the wall. Okay, speaking up the wall, enemies. Alright, good timing. Alright, I've got the overdrive that Wander misses the backseat. I think I can actually turn, I can actually turn Nightbat back on for this platform and copy over a lot of the settings. Unintentional pun? Or is it? I get how people are like, how did you not see XYZ? God knows, couldn't compete with 200 people all seeing the same thing, while not having to banter. Oh boy, yeah. I don't know what the numbers are. I'm sure you could actually test for it. But I swear I lose about 50% of my gameplay capabilities and focus just by streaming and doing commentary and actually having to look over at chat. Because to some degree, like, I'm looking at... Ooh. Well, actually, no, this is where I want to be. And we have the bomb up. Okay. I'm not actually sure if the bomb's going to be good. Okay, let's just grab it and toss it in. Wow. And that is why I assumed the bomb was kind of worthless originally, because this is the spot where I need the bomb, but I need a damage upgrade to make it good, and that damage upgrade I think is really expensive. But yeah, streamer blindness is a real thing. Let's see, which I hate the name of. I'd expect over 50%. There's a lot of back and forth, mentally switching, etc. Yup. I'm honestly shocked that I can keep my brain on one topic long enough to finish a thought. I used to be way worse at it, but unfortunately, there's like, how would I put it? I put all of my talent points in keeping on topic, or at least being able to finish a thought. And unfortunately, as part of it, I have a lot of filler language that I would love to get rid of. Stuff like, you know, and like, and stuff like that. And stuff, honestly. If I could cut that one out, I'd be a happy camper too. It's hard, though. I almost highly encourage everybody to try streaming and YouTubing once. Just because it's actually like a very talent set, and there's a lot of cool things that you pick up by doing it. But also just because it's a test in patience and skill and focus and a bunch of other things that I think a lot of people normally do not push themselves towards. And also you might learn that you really like either doing it or video editing or some other stuff. Like, this is probably one of the most multidisciplinary jobbies that you can have. I know a lot of people that actually are failed streamers. I feel like that's kind of a rude thing to do, or to say. But, you know, people that tried streaming didn't really like it and then kind of moved on. But I know a lot of them have switched over to doing, like, games PR. And so some of my, like, best contacts are people that were streamers originally that made the switch. Okay. So the question is, bomb. Yeah. To get that extra damage, we gotta go up to get to the fractal stuff, which is not super doable. Also, that was expensive. Do I want to get the range? Do I care? I don't know. For the speed? If I tested to see if the mining laser range lets you hit further. I haven't. I probably should. Ooh. This is still slow. I think this is with the upgrade. Wow, I absolutely zip with the overdrive. Hello. Oh yeah, we've got... Is this only the first boss? Wow, I'm actually making insanely good progress. Then again, we have the bomb, which was useful, no, the bomb wasn't really that useful here. Oh, there's a single little basic dude just standing right there. Okay, you know how I said I'm not sure if I want gun rotation speed? I want gun rotation speed. I'll get the plasma stability after this. We'll see if that's any good. Okay, there we go. I think that eye is... Nope, it's not done for. Dang. Okay, one of them's dead. There it goes. Or was it this one? I think so. Yep, there it is. Let's see, but I need a little bit more blue. Let's see. Now, usually there's a back room here with an upgrade. Getting to it's going to be a pain. There should be an upgrade that lets the spider stomp small enemies. Ooh, that would be nice. Just like, honestly, just a flamethrower. That would be super nice. Okay, this might be it back here. Unfortunately, this freaking flesh cave is mammoth. It's always big. It's always been big. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, they fixed the tentacles? Yup. So is this better than Dome Romantic? Depends what you're looking for. Ultimately, the way I would put it is... Dome Keeper is going to be... is the better game. Stake Thrower, So Dome Keeper is the better game. But, at the moment, I want to play this more. Mainly just because this actually has an ending. Like, after a certain point, Wall World ends, and then you're done with it. Let's see. And so, to some degree, I'm really looking forward to that. If only because that means that I can kind of check it off my list. Dome Keeper is the kind of game that's going to be viable for years to come. Because it's got that inherent replayability that makes it worth coming back for over and over and over again. Whereas I'm pretty sure once you've maxed this game out and beaten it, I don't think it's going to be nearly as fun to play. Let's see, Dome Keeper does too for the run you do. Meta progression is between run upgrades, if that's what we're talking about. This is kind of an it's not an endurance run. There is an ending of some variety. We just haven't gotten remotely close to it. Okay, we already got the stake launcher too, which is kind of nice. Oh, damn it, I went to the wrong one. I really wish I could put, like, beacons down. Just a quick reminder. Or, you know, if I had, like, a mini-map or something. Okay, while we're here. I said I was going to try the longer laser. We could actually get even more laser. And yeah, if it pierces, oh baby, that would be absurd. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to pierce or anything. I'm trying to picture this as a multiplayer game. Oh, I absolutely can. Let me lay it out for you. All you need is one person can drive... Everybody else can, one person at a time can drive, and it can be anybody, but everybody else has a separate gun, so every gun that you find becomes a new weapon that somebody in the team can use. Otherwise, everybody just has a really basic machine gun or something. So you'll have one driver, one gunner, Maybe an engineer, somebody who can fix things or interact with stuff. Or you just leave the other players in the mine so they go and grab resources for you while you're fighting off the night wave. But you just split up, divvy out tasks, and make it work. The easiest and closest comparison I can think of is a game called Nom Nom Galaxy. That very much had a similar vibe as this, where you were down in the, mines. I think we were, like, making food or something. But you straight up had to, like, put space guns on the top of your factory colony thing. I made a critical misstep here. Oh. It would help if my thing actually, if my walker would disconnect from the wall when I press the R button. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a cooldown when I'm getting into the chair before that button input actually works. If this is moddable, it might actually have a good lifespan. Oh, that would be amazing. Yeah, unfortunately the extra range is nice, but I don't really care for it. It doesn't benefit me in any way, shape, or form. Now, if it did give me, like, a very slight piercing effect, oh baby, I'd really like that. So I wonder, do you have a favorite game to play for yourself? So I don't actually play a whole lot of repetitive games. Creeper World is pretty much the only example of a game that I think I've ever played over and over and over again for fun. There's a couple of games I like coming back to, namely Monster Train and some other things, but like, off camera, I usually try and beat as many games as possible. So I've been going through, what did I just beat? I guess I didn't beat it, but I was playing Tainted Grail Conquest, the roguelike deck builder. That was fun for a little while, but I got kind of bored. The problem is the runs on that game are monstrously long and get really dull after a while. Because your build doesn't change from hours 1 to 3. Domer Simpson. Oh boy. Gosh, yeah. What other games do I play? I've been playing through the Final Fantasy series because, like, I'm a huge Square Enix fan, and the idea of playing through the Final Fantasy games has always been, like, on my bucket list to do, but I just never put the time into it. Actually, just switch to this. I think it's just these guys. Nah, I should probably actually just shoot him. Shoot him in the pustule. But yeah, my problem is I'm on Final Fantasy IX. And I made the mistake of playing it on my PC. And I really wish I had played it on my PlayStation instead. Let's see. Ever consider Noida? Please keep these questions to Discord. Not even if you're on it. I just don't want to answer have I considered or while I play these games questions. Those drive me up the wall too. Because I think I've had 3 people ask that in the last 24-hour period. Okay, I think we're done with this. If there's anything left in this place, it's no longer worth it. Final Fantasy IX's my favorite. I like the systems. My main problem is Final Fantasy IX hasn't aged that well. Like, the mechanics have, but the combat is a little on the slow side. And what else was wrong with it that I didn't like? Stealing. I hate the fact that stealing in that game is a giant pain in the butt. Okay, let's find... There. That should be a good spot. But I should probably grab these as I go in. And use the bomb. Okay, I have no idea what the upper limits of this region are going to be, but that's fine. Okay, just grab what I can. let's see. I guess honestly, all things considered, rather than going for resources down here, I probably should go above the cloud wall. It's just going to take me a minute and a half to get up there. So I'm not quite convinced that that's worth it. Ow, that was a little closer than I was comfortable with. Doesn't look like we got any of the bitey boys. Yeah, probably better that I just focus on this. I think next time we play this, though. Yeah, there's something down there. There we go. Just shoot it until it's dead. Yeah, Square Enix was in a weird place, Final Fantasy 8 to 11. I mean, I think Final Fantasy 9 was fine. I think it's just mostly, there are two problems that I have with Final Fantasy 9. Mostly, I don't like the fact that stealing, like, the good items, has, like, a steal rate of, like, 1 out of 256 or something stupid like that. Like, you can upgrade it so it goes a little faster with the right abilities, but it is still miserably slow. Trying to get the good stuff. And so that was a problem. And then what was the other issue that I had with it? I think it just, the characters are very... Maybe not the characters in the plot. There's something kind of hit and miss about it. I'm just at the beginning of Act 3 and I can barely drag myself to play more. Because Zidane's being whiny. And whiny protagonists are like my least favorite thing. I want Square to get back to that place. Preferred over the Shonen Adventure meets Road Trip. I think that was fine for a game. Mainly because nobody else would have ever made that. And so, because Square Enix did, it's kind of this fun thing out of the way. I also do feel like it was kind of a wasted opportunity in a lot of manners. I'm hoping 16. I'm hoping 16 solves some things, but who knows? My main problem is Final Fantasy XIV is pretty much everything I wanted out of a Final Fantasy game. My only beef with it is it's just incredibly long. Okay. Yeah, no, we're just gonna stick to this cave and probably die. I can't see myself beating the next region. And expensive, it is true, yeah. I love 15 had the right road trip into hell vibe. I think my problem with it is the road trip kind of ended weird. It was very disjointed because they couldn't figure out how to fuse open world gameplay and a linear narrative JRPG plot. And also you had to like watch the movie beforehand and the TV show to get like half the character details. Like they branched out a little too hard and it wasn't a good feeling. I think it was fine enough. And I can see why people love the game. And I think I need to give it another shot now, like, without streaming it. Because I think that's the one thing. I cannot stream RPGs. I think that needs to be illegal because I inherently enjoy that process less. After you go to Fantasy Venice, the game becomes a railroad. Yeah, that was really weird. Because Fantasy Venice was kind of... It felt early in the plot. It probably wasn't, but it was like... It was strangely early on in the story from how it felt to me. And then it was like, yeah, you have to, like, time travel back. And it's like, wait, what? That's an odd choice. Because I'm used to Final Fantasy games becoming more open over time. Not less. Like, there's a very unique joy in a Final Fantasy game of finally getting the airship and being able to explore. You know, find all the secrets, everything that you've missed. Plus go back to the couple of places that may or may not have some loot to grab. And it felt very strange to me to actively not do that. I think you did get the car, but it didn't matter. The Dragon Quest also did that. I never got far enough in 11. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for that. Bigger gun. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that one. There goes most of my resources, though. That's fine. Well, if I survive this next one, I'm going to be in a good spot. I have a lot of things. It's just, holy shoot, it's so big. There better be a blueprint at the end of this. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. Why? Cave, stop. Cave Johnson, decease. Desist. Shoot. Are you able to out-heal the boss? Maybe, yeah. At the very least, I'm going to be able to recover after this. Okay. I've got a couple seconds left. Out-healing the boss is going to be a little dicey. However... don't do damage to my drone. There we go. I think what I need to do, first and foremost, though, unfortunately for me, is I need to get the better missile, because I think that's how you beat this sucker. That hurt. Ouch. Let's see, do we want to... yeah. This sucks. I might be able to out-heal it. I think the problem is I'm not able to outgun it. Nope, I'm out of healing. And we haven't even touched one. Yeah, I think the main thing is I really desperately need those turrets. And the missile upgrades. I mean, look at this. At this point, I am very much locked in. Here's a stupid idea. Huzzah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a funny bug. Okay, now I'm actually screwed. I pressed the R button to see if I could sneakily get in some extra meta progression here, since I know I'm going to die. Unfortunately, now my spider mech is in a permanent state of must get to hole and cannot get to hole. Well, that's a fun bug. Let's see how long I've been going for. Only 2 hours? Cripes. We might have to stop for a snack. Let's see. Well, what do we do? Yeah, we didn't get any blueprints out of that one, which is a little unfortunate. I think I need to save up for the Ripper missile. I want to pick up... well, actually, no. If we get the plasma drill... if we get the plasma drill, then we can just get the Ripper missile on the next one. That should be what I need to actually have a chance. There's also the masking plates, which might be a good idea, but I don't know. Roguelikes that prevent you from advancing unless you have enough meta progress or get really lucky with loot annoy me. It is... yeah... there is a distinct downside to certain roguelikes that specifically follow that trend. I'm trying to think of good examples. Rogue Legacy is kind of that way, but with Rogue Legacy, the entire point is gathering the currency, and you get more ways of gathering currency faster. This is not. You know, I guess you do get more currency from the harder stone types, which kind of counts. Like, not that well. I don't know. It's one of those that, like, it is satisfying when you've gotten sufficient upgrades. But it also feels very... how do I describe it? It feels very slow. That I'm making progress with every run, but not enough to really feel like I'm going to be able to beat this anytime soon. At some point, we're going to get over that that critical mass. Honestly, getting into even the third tier, beating the second boss should open the game up a lot. But until then, it's just a lot of work. Okay, this might actually be the one with the weapon in it. Okay. Get lightning, fire missile, leave. And meta progression should make it accessible for newbies, but you should ultimately be able to beat it on your first run if you're good enough. Yeah, I think that works for some roguelikes. I don't know if that works for others. So like Rogue Legacy, I think it is doable, but cripes. This one definitely has a grind wall that you absolutely cannot get over and get around. No weapon in this one. It's got the, it's just got a module. Well, let's see what we get. As much as I like the bomb, I hope it's not it. Or the bomb with the upgrades, I hope it's not it. The fact that bomb upgrades are so expensive and... a replicator turret. Cool. Because it requires materials that you straight up can't get for like a while, the bomb's kind of a better late game thing, maybe. Let's see. Got anything else back here? I'm just currently going for the back of the cave. Oh, I probably could have gotten another... I could have gotten that drill upgrade, and it would have helped. Oops. Okay, and I gotta remember I don't have overdrive. Nor am I particularly fast. We gotta actually work our way up this one. Close enough. Alright, same deal. Then the lightning off. Grab those three. At least I'm getting the early game down to a science, and it is getting faster. I just need more blueprints, which means I probably truly have to go for a green cave and then rush. Get green cave, get green drill, then rush flesh cave. Oh, come on. There we go. Actually, to some degree, maybe that's it. Maybe that's my solution here. Okay, let's... Because I've been wasting a lot of time. Oh, because I'm looking for this. Well, let's see what we get out of this one. Oh, that one's tough. Now I have even more drilling efficiency. That works really well, by the way. The extra drill length, especially with that rocket, is kind of obscene. We just cleared that entire mine in, like, no time flat. Okay, we got anything else here, or is it cloud time? It's cloud time. Other direction. Yeah, I know Robo Cave is tougher than Flesh, but what I'm thinking is... well, if this wasn't so fast... It's just like one little guy there. I didn't quite hit him. I'm just gonna fire shots off. I think we want to head for the green, like, immediately. If I can get to it. Is that green? Nope. But I guess I'm not going to get the next, let's see, the next weapon, otherwise. Or any other modules. It's tough. Oh, we actually do have both. That's kind of nice. Looks like they've caught up to me. I think that might have been the snake launcher. It's fine. Looks like it might actually be two melee dudes hitting me. Drone system. Solves my problems. Well, this is probably going to be one of my best mining runs I've ever done. Considering how fast we are just schmoving through. I really wish there were autonomous drones I could just stick down at the front of these and just say like, hey, make me a package. Okay, let's just take the entire crowd. Because I think rather than consistent runs, it's better for me to just try and bring the cloud of resources with me, even though it's a bit of a pain in the butt. I mean, once we get here, it's less important. Because I get the speed boost. The mining drone takes 10% of the resources as fuel. Could be cool. Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways you could do it. Or just like a conveyor belt or something. And make it something like the lift? Yeah. It's interesting. I haven't found another one of those core keys. I guess they probably don't show up after a certain point. So this is probably the green cave. Yep, there it is. Alright. Snag all of those. Come back. We're right on the cloud wall, so that should be good. Let's grab this. Start getting a couple of my basic damage upgrades, because we're going to be getting into a fight. Yeah, I think for the lower region... let's see. I might honestly want to just hit up the red cave and then leave. All the extra green stuff is good, don't get me wrong. But I think this cave is genuinely good enough. And mobile teleport would be good too. Oh yeah, I think there's a lot of different things that I'm kind of shocked that they didn't copy out of Dome Keeper. Okay, so what do we got? 25. Extra fire rate? Yeah. The issue with that is that, unlike Dome Keeper, we have multiple caves. I think if it was something that if it was like a town portal device, then you'd just press the button. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Taking some hurts. Okay, found it. There we go. Okay, we speed running now. Okay. Yeah, the problem is I am actually incentivized to explore these caves. Like, as much of a time sink as it is, the reason why I want to explore them is because they might have the blueprints at the end of them. think we're more likely to find them at the other side, though. Ooh, yeah, Did the rocket disappear? No, it fired. It just, the mining rocket doesn't do a whole lot of damage to these. To this specific material type. It's, too weak. Okay, can we get... No, I need... What? We have 6. We need more blue. Well, actually, in that case... We'll come back. Because all I need is 6. Yeah, the goal is 9,000 points for the rocket upgrade, which we're going to hit no matter what. Okay, looks like this cave is useless. I mean, it's got some resources in it, but it is just that. Not even that much either, which is kind of tragic. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I guess there's a little bit of blue back there. But I don't... Uh-huh. I recognize this charming fellow. Better not go outside. Better not go outside today. There's a metric ton of Zyrex on the wall. No problem, I have a gun. And I have a bunch of games to play today, so please don't disturb me. Wow, they like went all in. They copied like the old mech suit design from my banner, my logo. Gave me some sweet planters, and they've got me in the hoodie too. That's like actually really nice. I'm just gonna take a short video clip of myself just schmooving there. Perfect. That's actually probably one of the most accurate character icons I've ever seen of myself. I love it. Wander's in the game. Yeah. I wonder how many other reference characters there are. Now I could go back to the blood banks, but I'm thinking we actually want to charge forth. I'm going up. I'm going all the way up. Because one of the other ways I can potentially do really well in this is if I head to the upper cloud layer. Best part is you met yourself by blasting a laser at the wall and then firing a rocket through and hitting myself in the face. Wander has now been immortalized. It's super nice when these games actually do have a little reference for it. If I had a dime every indie that had a Wander in it, I'd have at least 3 dimes. Not a lot, but it's weird that it happened. Well, it's not that weird, it's good marketing. Like, putting small references to other creators, or to content creators, to broadcasters, into your game is a very good way of kind of engendering some level of, of an emotional connection. But always I like it when developers ask first. Or if it's a game that I've already covered. It's not cool when it's a game I've never covered before, because then that gets really weird. I had one developer put me into a strange eugenics game, and I was like, no. But yeah, if it's a game I've covered before and really liked, then yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that's kind of it. If I've already done a video on a game, I think it's a little bit more kosher, as long as it's tasteful. So, like, I also have a reference item in Starvaders, which I covered very recently, that I would like to play more of, and probably will sooner than later, just because I thought that was actually a really solid roguelike deck builder. And they just had an update that added reference items to me and a couple other streamers. Ooh! We got trees and stuff up here. Shotgun? Nah, shotgun's got really limited range. Okay, I'm gonna chill here for a second. We're gonna need some more green to get a couple of upgrades. Plus, who knows, I might find something interesting in here. We haven't spent a whole lot of time in the upper region. And it seems like a good idea for a quick stopover, get some healing items, and some other stuff. The eugenics game sounds kind of scummy. I don't think the game is necessarily as bad as some other games potentially could be. But it's definitely one of those where it's just like, yeah. I don't want to be associated with games that I've never played and cannot vouch for, if that makes sense. And I know they'd sent me like a bunch of emails asking me to cover their game, but no. Yeah, I want the resources here, but the thing I want the most are the upgrades at the back. If there are any. Actually, just seems to be resources. That's unfortunate. I mean, who knows? There might be more. Okay. He's gone. Shoot that out of the air. Yeah, we're in a fine spot. Here's the question. Can I upgrade my gun? I need... almost. That should be that. Alright. There we go. Hip. Herp. Yep. Got it. The nice part is I really do just fly through this stuff. It's part of the reason why I was really hoping those range upgrades... Oh, you know what? You know what this game needs? Carryover damage. If you delete a block and you still have extra damage on your mining laser, what did you do is actually have the damage from that carry over to the next block. So you really can cut through them quick, if you have the range for it. And do I have turrets? I do. I'm probably not going to get them down yet. Come on. Come on. Because, yeah, that would make mining range not only useful, but incredibly good. Old man. Did you know there are others living inside the wall? We talk sometimes by knocking. Oh, what a chatty bunch. Is that the lore? Because if that's the lore, that's amazing. Okay, I need 10 of that stuff. Ouch. And then we actually will need to go back to the flesh caves if we want to get this. I didn't get enough green. Oh well. We can always just go back down. Yeah, so all of these people have been knocking on the wall and scaring the shit out of each other's. When in reality they're all knocking. Okay, so it looks like we can clear the... We can clear this mine. I think what I might want to do is actually build a turret here. Oh, you know what I should also do? We should upgrade my drone. Well, let's get the efficient building. Extra shots and burst, reload speed, nah. Turret limit increased to 6. I don't think I want to invest in that at the moment. Oh, I have to get that, but now we're out of resources. That's fine. That it? That was quick. Okay, so I need 10 of this stuff, plus some blue. In retrospect, I probably should have saved some of that blue, but we've got a boss coming soon. And yeah, we do have 9k. Wow. Actually, this stuff's worth a ton. And shockingly enough, isn't that hard. Like, I was legitimately a little concerned that mining this would be a problem. Maybe it's because we've got the, we're within range of our spider craft. But this is not terrible as bismuth. Cool. I actually have to say, I think this is probably one of the prettiest tiles I've seen in this game so far. And I wish there were more. Well, I mean, who knows? There are more. We haven't actually gotten to the end of this yet. Okay. That gives me some. We do have some amount of bismuth, too. Okay, let's send the lightning off. Oops. That hit. Dang. And that's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. Well, we've already taken out one of the eyes, actually. This might be a really quick fight. There it goes. Unfortunately, I don't remember how much, how many resources I need. Yeah, it's a little slow. I know I need blue at this point to get the next mining upgrade. Okay. Move back. 60. I need a 60. Ouch. Huh. I wonder what it's shooting at. Well, as long as I don't start taking a bunch of damage here. I don't think I'm going to worry about it too much. Honestly, a bunch more carrying capacity upgrades might also very much be what I need. Let's just be back, hopefully. Bap, bap, bap. And we're good. It's still just shooting at something. Oh no, it requires 80. Ouch. We're at 65. Ooh. Boy, I can afford some upgrades, though. Or I'll be able to. We'll definitely have to go back to the, we'll definitely have to go back to the regular cave, regular caves? The basic caves for a while. Because we're getting plenty of the bismuth stuff. But we don't have biscuits for, blue. Because I didn't spend all that time in those caves like I normally do. I miss having overdrive. Also, that turret is just irreparably scuffed. Or there's still an enemy there. Could be. I want to see what's at the end of this cave, though. Oh, blue. Because it goes back, like, really far. It's odd that I need blue over bismuth, but what I get for not saving. But it's fine. You gotta spend money to earn money, right? I always hated that phrase. I always felt really unwise. Pushing people into kind of gambling mentality. Okay, here we go. Ha! Oh, it's so slow. That's a cool looking thing in the background. Too bad I can't do anything with it. And it is the bomb thrower, which I actually really do like. Anyone who says that is trying to sell you something, yeah. Usually self-help information. But, like, not the good kind. The kind that's, like, actively trying to convince you to make an unwise investment. Or other such junk. Alright. Come back. Oh, we got the upgrade. Diggy speed. Actually, seeing as we've got a bunch of bismuth, we might want the forked beam. And the movement speed. Oh, there's a bunch of things. The repulsor's upgrade isn't that amazing. It gives the same kind of vibes as pull yourself up by the bootstrap. Sounds pretty, but completely useless in the real world. Yup. I remember years ago, the topic of, like, you know, me kind of saying, like, ad blockers are kind of bad for broadcasters because then we don't make money. Somebody was trying to, like, use the bootstraps argument to say that I needed to get some other extra job to support my streaming career. I remember just being, like, super confused. It's like, but I already have a job. What? I was lost for a while on that one. Like, it's weird. Because I realized, like, not even that deep down that, like, of course what they're saying is complete hogwash. But those comments end up living in my head a little bit longer than I would have expected. Let's see. The other use I've seen is criticizing capitalism. You need to spend money to start making more money so the people who have more have the massive advantage over people that don't have enough to get shut out. Yes, that is very true. I saw something recently about how entrepreneurship is like playing darts or something like that. That if you're poor, you pretty much have no darts. If you're middle class, you get the chance to throw a couple, and if you're rich, you have an infinite number of darts, and you can buy a board that already has the darts stuck in it. And that one kind of stuck with me for a while, because I mean, it's kind of a clumsy metaphor, but it felt very apropos. And it's true, I mean, at least from my experiences. I definitely got a couple shots more at the dartboard than a lot of people I know. And I know some people that had an infinite number and are still throwing and somehow still not financially insolvent. Okay, so now that we've got that, I have 15 bismuth, or 19 bismuth. I don't want to spend it too much. The extra movement speed would be nice, but I don't think that's actually that good. We don't need much for bismuth if I want to upgrade my gun, just the compensator for the reduced bullet spread. That's actually pretty good. Acknowledge your privileges. Oh, absolutely. I know some people that won't. They'll claim that they were very much a fully self-made person. And that is, like, almost universally always false. No, not always. There are definitely people that have had, like, that are truly self-made. But I always remember growing up, people talking about, like, Bill Gates and his, like, business in his garage or something like that. And it's like, dude's mother, I think, was on the board for IBM. Like, that is not a self-made person. Was that was that Bezos or... No, that was Bill Gates, because Bezos had a bunch of wealthy investor friends because he was from Seattle. Sorry, some of the mythos behind the ultra-wealthy gets blended in my head. The Musk one always gets me the most, because his dad either owned an emerald mine or had a stake in one. Hello. What do we get? Depth scanner. Scan the size of the mine that the spider's connected to. Oh, that's interesting. But then he more or less bought his way onto... It wasn't even PayPal. It was like something prior to PayPal that then got acquired by PayPal and put him in a leadership role. which he is more or less used to fail upwards endlessly, which is really amusing. And everybody thinks he's a super genius because he's hired enough people to, well, not even hired enough people. He bought a company that had a bunch of smart people that were capable of actually making rockets or electric cars or some other stuff. And like, you know, dude's a good showman, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. I think the man has no pants. There's a meme that I see thrown around every once in a while where it's like, you know, I saw Musk talk about cars, and I didn't understand cars, so I thought he was smart. And then the same thing with rockets. But then now he's talking about network infrastructure, and I do network infrastructure, and now I realize that he's a moron. Uh-oh. This is bad. I mean, not that bad. A little bit of damage, otherwise not a problem. I wonder if there's a flesh pit up here, because that would actually solve a lot of problems. He has no pants, but he's really persuasive enough to convince you he does. I don't even think he's that persuasive. I think he just has enough money to pay enough people to say that the man has pants, which effectively gaslights everybody else into thinking he has pants, even though you can see his bare ass just in broad daylight all the time. Bomb thrower, don't forget. My machine gun's currently carrying pretty hard. I think the man is also how would I say it? I mean, he definitely gives the unloved child vibes off, which kind of sucks. Because, like, you have to feel bad for somebody that is that desperate for people's approval. And, like, I can kind of respect that. That is also my job, kind of. But I'm not going to specifically cater to people that I don't actually like. Just to get the approval that I want. Not even that I want, that I guess I need to continue my... continue doing what I do for a living. I think that's true of quite a number of people, that they end up in places of power and don't know what to do with it, and so they kind of cater to the lowest common denominator because it's easy. And because they themselves are maybe also lowest common denominator. Let's see, do we want to get the split beams? Yeah, let's do it. It'll slow us down a little bit, but it will give us a lot more space. We might also want the range, too, given the situation. I can't feel bad for him. Yeah, it's true. Oh, hey, it's Splattercat. Wish I could go back to my Nerd Central, but I need to find more Zyrex bones. Wow. They did a really good job with these. Like, they actually researched the people they were referencing. Also, absolute power team that we've got in this specific run. Because I'm on the lower half of the wall, Splat's up here. Okay, let's swap to the bomb thrower. Because the bomb thrower should do horrible things to these dudes. I guess I should probably get the upgrade to give it a little bit more oomph. But it's fine. That has more subs. Yeah. I'm not insecure enough to be like mad about that. Dude earned them. Okay. Hierarchy being established. I mean, yeah. Okay, this is wonky as heck. The double beam is super silly. Okay, get anything here? Now, Splat's been an inspiration for years. Just in terms of, like, his dedication and, like, also the games he covers and just his attitude. Like, I definitely remember him being much more outspoken about certain social issues that I was nervous about. And I was like, you know what? Actually, the man is right. It is worth actually talking about these things. Creates vibrations that slowly destroy blocks within a small radius around the spider. Only works if we're connected to the mine. What? Like, I definitely had a long period of time where I was nervous about offending people, because I didn't want to. And to some degree, like, I am a people pleaser. I want people to like me. I think that's kind of natural no matter what. But I especially am slightly vulnerable to trying to make people happy, because, I mean, it makes me happy, go figure. And so, like, for a while, I would specifically try to, I don't want to say, like, appeal to bad people, because that's not what I was trying to do, but I tolerated them far more than I ought to have. And that, that was a mistake. And so I've been not trying to atone, because it's like, I never did anything truly heinous or unrecoverable, but there's still that aspect of just, like, learning the lesson that, like, some people just don't deserve access to me as a person or a content creator. Was actually, like, really nice. Okay, we want to just get the blast area. I don't think we need the rest. I mean, I could go for the extra blast damage, but I think we want to ignore it for the time being. And my big issue is, to some degree, what I needed to do is actually go down and get increased caliber. No, we want to grab this. Nope. Don't get hit by the jellyfish. That would suck, they hurt. Okay, we've got a minute left. I don't have too much, so I'm gonna get some turrets down. I think we'll just do our last stand against the T2 boss here. Oh, we're full up. I think we got everything else here, too. Have you ever done the sub-munitions for the bomb before? No. Actually, in retrospect, I think we might want to do that for this one. Nope. That's the wrong button to press. Okay, now that we've done that, get the other turret. I probably should have grabbed the upgrade to make them cheaper. I did. Ugh. Well, do we want to give them the extra fire rate? Because we don't need the max limit. Damage from every shot. I actually could afford that. Not this time around. Also, we can afford quite a lot of repairs. I think I made the right choices on this run. Alright. Let's, I'm gonna raise my desk. We're gonna be doing go time. Let's, we might as well do it on our feet. Ow. I'll post an image to the Wanderbot reference in Discord after we're done. Oh, I was gonna go for the sub-munition upgrades. Because in retrospect, this thing's going to be upsettingly good at taking out the mobs. Well, I am but a fool. I am but a foolish fool with a big explodey gun. That one hurt. Okay, avoid that for a hot second. Okay, got them both. Yeah, my main goal, honestly, is to let my turrets do the work. And to clear everything as much as possible. Luckily, we've got a lot of healing. Sucker's gonna hurt. Actually, no, that doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, have we taken out any of the eyes yet? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, no, there's two of them. It does kind of suck how clearly mandatory these turrets are for clearing this boss fight. I think once I have the right upgrades, it's not going to be super important, but at the moment, like... Nope, avoid that for a hot second. That hurt. Nah, I don't think I got out of the way on that one. On the plus side, after this, we just go straight back down to the lower section and just reap the reward for a while. There it goes. Okay, because I've got a ton for repairs, but I want to get the efficiency upgrade if I can. You can just see my one turret is still shooting for some reason. I know there's more clouds up, but I don't want to go up at the moment. I want to go down. First time, second boss, second time. There's something just really peaceful about this. I definitely want to get the upgrade that makes this thing even faster, though. Third boss is weird. There's another one? Like, there's more boss types? Well, you know what? We might actually be able to see it. I wonder how silly the tri-mining laser can get. Yeah. I wonder, too. Have I gotten to the third boss before? Nope. I will say, though, please don't actually tell me that stuff. Like, on one hand, conversationally, it's kind of fun to share that information. On the other hand, I would really like that kind of surprise. Oh, third boss was a hard lock for the demo. Ah, that would also make sense. Holy smokes, how far could you go with the original demo? Here we go. Probably switch to the machine gun. I think that's the one with me in it. Oh, right, I have force fields. So I'm at least somewhat protected here. I really wish you could actually charge down the wall really fast. Like kind of a super speed traversal mode. Oh, it'd be nice. Oh, look at this speed. This is why I pieced out. Instead of sticking around here, though I guess I probably should have for this. Oh, drawing speed and stake size. That's for the stake launcher. I mean, I guess it's nice. Actually a much smaller cave than I thought. Oh. Huh. I wonder if I scuffed it because I already had two? Or maybe I already found it. I have no idea. That's a really short flesh cave. Well, it's fine. Hello, me. Goodbye, me. I do actually wish I could point my bomb launcher in and just blast it out, but I also recognize that that would be way too cheatsy and would get really boring really fast if I was that mighty. Alright. We might want to get the range upgrade. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, this goes a fair way back. Luckily, I'm reasonably fast. Okay, grab this, because we want to get the efficiency upgrade a couple times. Get off the wall. Get off the wall. Run loose. No! I mashed the button too much. It's fine. Thank you, dearest Shell. She's made me sweet stroganoff. Oops, that's the wrong button. Ketchup made it spicy. Ooh, that sounds good. Alright. We're just gonna chill, I guess. Cause yeah, I'm pretty hungry. And as much as I'd like to continue this run, I guess it's just snack break time. Ooh, you know what? Actually, this seems pretty hot. So I'm just gonna put it directly underneath me. And I'm just gonna smell this. And I'm gonna regret it. But, what else am I gonna do, right? Okay, let's see if there's anything interesting in this cave first. You know what would actually be a really cool upgrade for this? If it doesn't have it as one of the classified things, I would love to be able to have, like, a more aggressive vacuum cleaner. Like, with more range and force. Boy, it's one of those caves, ain't it? Just endure it, suffer through every bite. No. I like having non-burnt mouth. Burnt mouth is how... Oh gosh, it keeps going. Burnt mouth is how commentaries stop happening. You know what would also actually be equally good? Instead of a vacuum for me, just a cave-wide vacuum, but for the spider mech. And it just does the big suck. Okay, we should go back. Yeah, I think this is one of the bigger caves I've ever been in. I thought it was going to be small, and then I saw this singular tile, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a problem, isn't it? And I was correct. We should probably get some upgrades for this thing. You know what, actually, let's do that exactly right now. There's a couple other things I could maybe save up for, but not really. Yeah, let's make my bomb have the blast damage? No, sub-munitions. We should probably also get the chain drive. Oh. Oh, that's real good. Hurts a lot, but that's mostly my fault. There they go. There we go. Yep, nope, we are upgrading the heck out of the bomb launcher. That's absurd. Unfortunately, I need a lot of stuff before I can actually use it, but still. As a frag grenade launcher now, yeah, no kidding. Do we have anything? Oh my gosh, it keeps going. I mean, on the plus side, these resources are exactly what I need. There's some other stuff that I can get that's like further in or further down the tree, but at the moment, I have a lot of certain resources that I don't have enough blue to spend, I guess. Would be the phrasing? I feel like I'm playing Mushroom 11 all over again. Shout out to anybody who ever watched that stream of mine. Stream or video. There are, like, a very small subset of video games that I've ever played where I needed to have comfort food just to get over the emotional rigors. Oh wow, this game does not like me moving this supply of resources all at once. It's a lot. This is why I wish there was a ship-wide upgrade. Okay, enough of that. We need to boogie. Okay, let's get the upgrade. I wonder if the munitions scale off of my machine gun, because that would actually be a really cool synergy. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, anything else? No. And they're gone. Perfect. Nope, they're not. Now they're gone. Let's see, can you switch weapons with a fast rotating speed, then swap to the bomb launcher? Yeah, but the swapping takes just about as long. Is kind of the one issue. Okay, let's just bring all this over. Whew! That frame rate was not happy with that. Alright. Now to suck our bounty. Yeah, okay, that comes off as a little salacious, but whatever. There should be a heck of a lot of blue. Yep, we're up to 76. That should get us quite a couple of bomb launcher upgrades. Alright. What are we doing? We got more damage. Tempting. More gun rotate. Wow, that's really good. Extra damage from submunitions. I can get both of these. Okay. I got a test. What's the range on this thing? Okay, so it's not quite fast enough yet. Now here's the other question. Is this going to have anything interesting in it? Or is it going to be another one of these heavy resource, no blueprint caves? No blueprint, but that's my bomb launcher, yeah? Yeah, that's the bomb launcher. That's pretty good. It's kind of a bit of a pain to hit with this thing, but cripes, that works. You can left click to fire your primary weapon or mining laser. What? What does that even mean? Like, I can fire two weapons at once, or... That might be good against bosses if it can hit. My big fear is that it's not going to be able to hit. Because I think with a little bit more projectile speed, I will actually be able to hit bosses with that thing. At which point it might become upsettingly strong against them. Obviously, I have no idea what we're looking at as far as the third boss. Oh, I should not have gone down here, but whatever. Okay, there's nothing else. Let's leave that for a bit. I left some resources there. Yeah, I don't care. At this point, time is money. And it's my goal to get as many of these resources as possible on board. That is just so goofy, stupid, strong. Well, oh boy. You know, I was talking about meta progression, and then after a certain point, you get all the meta progression you'll ever need. Yeah, we got it. Time is 2 minutes, not money. Shh. I'm not interested in semantics. I'm interested in money. And time. Alright. Yeah, we're broken as heck, but I still don't know if we're in a good enough spot. Can I upgrade this thing any further? I'm gonna need another flesh pit for that one. That's extra damage from sub-munitions, which is good. I'm gonna go for the range. More sub-munitions, blast damage, bomb airspeed, but it requires purple. I don't even... Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. I don't know where we're going to get that. Okay. Nope, we still have one more layer. And there's a lot of green down here, which is actually very much what I do need. If only because green is HP. And if I somehow survive this next boss fight... we are in a very interesting position. Let's see. Can I build... Yep. Probably not that useful at the moment, but still. That's for the drone system. Yeah, I couldn't have gotten more for it. Well, do we want to get reload speed and shots and burst? Yeah, let's go for that. The reduced spread's kind of okay, but having the drone actually useful here... Oh, right. And then before we take any damage... go back to that. Repair a couple of times. Alright. Do I think that's enough of a curve? The problem is, after a certain point, gravity is not my friend. That's an eyeball. Oh! Alright. That was the thing that happened. So what else do we have? Scan the size of the waste. Ooh. I think I can get both of these. Alright, so we've maxed our engine out. Now, it says plus 90% more. Yeah, so I found the time limit. So I have to get out of there. I have to finish this before that kills me. That's not that impossible. But it is gonna take a while. I just want to dive into one more run. Oh, baby! Alright, next up, I want to see. So we've got the rocket. What is our size? How do I tell? And how is that seismic generator thing working? Very slowly. Useful. Wow, that's effective. Okay, so definitely getting easier. I like the pulse wave too. I think that's kind of cool. I'm almost wondering if you wanted to kind of cheese it and get a bunch of meta progression really quickly. You might be able to just, instead of getting upgrades, wait. Because yeah, we just got like 500 from that. What if I just... no, other direction. Because I'm so fast. Let's just try this. How much is this gonna get me? Fires a missile? It's like 100. I have to wait for it to catch up. Oh, it can't. It won't let me at the moment. There we go. Yeah, so there's a bit of a grind meta if you want to do it. Once you get to this point where you can actually just hit every single one of these points and blast them. And yeah, the harder mines do give more. Like a fair bit more. Not like too much. Oh, it's the mine size medium. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna quit out for the time being. How long have I been going for? 3.5 hours. I think that's gonna be my stopping point, at least for now. I would love to play more of this, but I think we're gonna need a little bit more time. So we have one more classified upgrade we haven't found yet, which is, I'm hoping, a better drill, just to start with. And then we also have all of these different ones that we might be able to find an upgrade. Because yeah, cooldown is 10, damage is 5, distance is 10. I bet the seismic generator, getting that up to level like 3 or 4 or something like that is going to get pretty wild. And yeah, I still haven't found any more of the keys, which is pretty weird too. And yeah, those anime titties. We don't acknowledge them too much. So what I might actually do before we launch this again tomorrow, because I think I'm going to do at least one more stream of this. I think I might actually just do exactly that trick that I just did, where I just go up and down the wall, nothing of import, just get a ton of points, max a bunch of these things out. So rather than starting tomorrow with well, really just start tomorrow with all of these completely maxed out so we have a nice boost, so we can dive into hopefully maybe beating this. We still got the blueprints though, which is a little tough, and those might take some work to get. But I mean, honestly, if I can just have this missile and the drill together, oh, I mean, even I was gonna get the rocket launcher, but honestly, that speed's more valuable in a way. But yeah, if I can get the rocket launcher maxed out, that should roll most of the bosses. I'm still curious about that T3 boss, but it's fine. But yeah, for now, I want to eat my stroganoff, spend some time with Shell, go watch Mandalorian. Yeah. So anyway, thank you all so much for coming out today. This was a lot of fun, and I promise to do more of this until it's done, hopefully. But for now, is good night.